could do, unless they're trying to like if they're going to remake.
Oh no, my windows. Good afternoon, folks. I'm the voice of Dog. Welcome to Dark Souls 2. We can keep talking about RE4. That's fine.
Oh, sorry, I got off on a tear there.
That's okay. God damn it, my windows.
God damn your Windows. Have you tried your Linuxes?
No, I never have. Come on.
You can do it.
Come on,
I
game.
believe in you, Diego.
Ah, there we go. I gotta hit escape.
You must escape.
There we go.
Seek a way out.
All right. Hey, welcome back to Dark Souls. I'm the voice of Dog.
The voice of Dog went for a swim.
Yeah, so we were at the Pursuer, I think? Who did I leave off at?
Pursuer.
Okay, Pursuer, yeah. And I was getting them down to like half health, so I was making progress.
Yeah, you had the pattern down. Now it's just a matter of endurance and execution.
Yeah, this is not where I want to be, though. I need to be here?
The one on the left is closer. The third one there is the dead end place where you fought Dennis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the second one is Malechia's hangout.
Oh, wait. You were saying the other one. Also, thank you for that sub. Jesus, the Pie Eater. But wait, did I pick the right one? I always mix up.
I think. Yes. Here.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, down and around.
Right, down and around, and then I run.
Past some spearmen.
Alright, gotta get my legs back, so this might take a try or two. Might have to roll down a cliff or two. Right, my double attack is on my left bumper, and that's 2 hits when I'm power stancing. That's powerful. Right, so I usually run past these guys, but for the sake of, I don't know, something, I'll practice on them. They're pretty tricky.
Lope.
Naibo, thank you for that sub.
Sousing in the dark.
Oh, hey, it's one of those trains I've heard so much about. Alright, can I just bash you in? No.
Yeah, all the animations on Hollows have a pretty good variety of movements that are energetic, but still clearly impaired.
Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, they convey zombie soldier pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want to come at you, but all those muscles and tendons just don't work the way they used to.
Hey, thanks, Sarabadon. Okay, so he's just through this door.
Yeah. Well, through the door and then a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, a couple randos between you and there.
You know, I'm actually recovering health at a decent clip.
From that ring.
Yeah.
It is just barely noticeable.
It is noticeable, but it's just barely.
But it's the kind of thing where if you can find a safe spot and roll the dice on invaders, you know, take a bathroom break, come back, oh hey, my health is here.
Yeah, like I used to do in, like, Onimusha. There was an accessory.
They made a PS4 port for Onimusha.
For the first one. I think the one I was thinking of, the second one, where you can get an accessory that regenerates your health. Which is really good, because that's a game like Resident Evil, where you don't just get extra health. You have to find items.
Dude. I would love to see 2, and if they brought back 3, I would cry.
I played 2 again, like years ago. Damn. But I had some problems with it. Like, the back half of the game feels really rushed.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like, the first half of the game is really good. I think it's very solid. But then they kind of just smash the rest in at the end, and the branching paths all, you know, come to 2 points. Which, you know, is usually how those games run down. But it's kind of disappointing to see that they had all these possibilities, and it's like, all right, there's only 2 things. Either Kataro dies, or I forget the other one. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I remember bits and pieces, and that's probably why I'd want to play it again, because, like...
Oh god!
In my
I forgot!
head,
I forgot!
Oh, wow.
Thank you for that follow. Zook Moten.
In my head, there is Gingham-Fats, the king of all demons. I think that's the Centaur Man?
No. God, what was that guy's name? Golgandontis.
Golgandontis, that's it.
Yeah, he was the really boisterous one. And then you had the guy with 4 legs. I can't remember his name.
Three drove me nuts, though.
Yeah, 3 was pretty bad.
There's a trial mode in 3 where you have to kind of like the Phantom Dungeon or whatever they called it.
Mm-hmm. Which was always kind of a fun little mini-game thing, but I don't always like to do it.
They always give you neat stuff, like the Bishamon sword in 1.
Yeah.
But in 3 you had to meet like certain goals in order to progress. And the hardest level, there were different tiers and you got different rewards. The hardest level, you had to do like Issens all day. You had to get those critical parries just over and over and over again, and I was never very good at that.
Ooh. Hey. I mean, these are very heavy, though. What do you think? Is this worth it, or will this fuck me over? Will I start fat rolling?
Well, I mean, put them on and try rolling around a bit. See what happens.
Seems okay. Seems like my equip load hasn't gotten that bad yet.
And hey, once you get into a...
Oh, crap.
Once you get into a situation, you'll know. Man, he just kind of blended into the background there.
%70 to fat roll. Thank you, Declan. Okay. Alright, let's take another shot at this guy.
Pursue. Who pursues the pursuer?
Oh! Ah! Uh-oh, I'm dead.
Oh no, this is bad.
Oh wow,
This
he's got
is
a
real
curse
bad.
attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Curse here is much less brutal than Curse in Souls 1. It
Okay.
just adds a little bit of hollowing. So just slightly reduces your max HP as an add-on to whatever else the attack was doing.
But I'm not cursed anymore, right? Because I died.
Well, that hollowing is stuck around.
Oh.
Curse isn't a persistent yes or no thing. It's just, it deals damage to your max HP. It's like a death, but you were still there.
But if you've got the cling ring on, then you might already be at the floor for that, so... Or
Yeah, it's an irritation instead of the complete game changer it was in 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh! Got me.
Pursuer is probably like the pivotal fight of Souls
Oh crap,
2.
they're gonna follow me through this. Alright, fine. Let's just run this then. If you guys are all gonna...
Get to the
Rough
fog door.
to learn. But if you learn Pursuer, you fast. You have all the skills that you're going to need to deal with situations.
Right. Ouch. Bit late on that Estus. Okay, I need to be more on his left side.
Yeah, stick around the shield.
I was getting, you meant don't stick around the shield, right?
Roll in the shieldward direction.
Oh, I'm supposed to be rolling towards, I thought you meant his left. Wait, his left is the shield.
His left is the shield, yeah. Because it's a mirror.
Yeah, rolling through moves is always an option. Sometimes it's the right one, sometimes it isn't.
Despawn that guy.
You ran out of them.
Yeah, he's ran out. I was doing a bit of grinding, and like I was, god damn it, I was a little surprised how quickly they would stop showing up.
Well, they've used up a lot of their lives just on your regular playthrough so far.
Yeah.
It's like, what, 9 on average, I think, or something like that?
12 is the number.
That's
I
me
see
yelling.
people saying.
Oh, come on! Oh, come on! No, 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 no!
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh. Smoky Tank Squad. They got you. Not like this.
Well, I always go the wrong way immediately. Which of my stats are affected by hollowing?
Just your health.
Okay.
And
Everything
your
else is the
appearance.
same. Yeah, your health and your
Charisma.
charisma.
It's gonna really hurt you on the dating simulator minigames.
Mm-hmm. That's what's missing from these games.
Yeah. Hatoful Hollow. I don't know enough about dating sims to finish this joke.
Pass, 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 pass. Okay.
Your hollowing is really going to influence whether you end up on the Pate path or the Creighton path.
I thought you were serious for a second.
Who's cuter? It's Pate, obviously, because Peter Seraphim. It's very handsome.
Keep thinking he's gonna swing twice. Ooh, staggered him. Ow. Yeah.
Got it.
Got it. Done.
All right.
So, something you missed in
Oh no!
Forest
Oh
Fallen
no! No!
Giant-
No! My souls!
New friend.
My souls! Not like this! God, they were just waiting there. What were you saying, Loon?
So something you had missed in Forest of Fallen Giants, if you vaguely remember, like while you were out on like the walls a little bit, kind of meandering around before
Okay.
you circled back into this main building.
Yeah.
There is a platform you can climb up to there where the pursuer will drop in and fight you early.
Oh,
And if
really?
you kill him there, you don't have to kill him here.
Neat.
Just a one-off chance to fight a boss before you normally would.
Interesting. Hey, what's up? Oh no!
When you get a moment to breathe.
A lot of people walk into that fight and get their shit wrecked, and that is their definitive memory of the real Dark Souls starting here for 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This boss?
Just, big man showing up before you've even fought the last giant or anybody else. Fighting Pursuer as your first boss with only your basic weapon.
Yeah.
And what have you.
What's the secret about his moveset, Dectalon? Nullify human effigies effect? Do I get...
So after you defeat a boss, you will get the benefits of burning an effigy.
Oh.
Which I think if you go to the burn menu, it'll just say what those do. Yeah, so if you throw a humanity in the fire, you are shielded from invasion for a while. Like half an hour or something, and you get a stack of that for free immediately after defeating a boss.
I see.
And that applies by area. So after defeating Pursuer, just the whole giant fort is safe right now for you to wander around in. You're prevented from being ganked immediately after getting your boss prize.
Which I guess is nice, because you're probably... Statistically, you're not going to be doing so hot. Yeah. And you're going to have, like, a big pool of stuff, of souls. And that's nice of them.
More adaptability.
Maybe drop some into Vigor. Get that health pool up a little bit. Or Endurance.
1 in Vigor, 1 in Endurance. And then I'll spend some on my maces, because maces are doing work right now.
Yeah. I would also, don't forget, you got a ring from the Pursuer. Definitely take a look at that. It is not a fancy ring, but it sure is a happy ring.
Oh, increases physical attack.
Just a very work-day, shows up, does its job kind of ring.
And you can wear 4 rings at a time? Wow.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay, so I got Mace 1, Mace 2. I'll clear you out.
Yeah, but I remember, like, as far back as Diablo, there was always some fluff nonsense about you can't wear magic rings too close to each other because they'll interfere with each other's essence, so you can only do 1 per hand.
Right.
But also, have you tried wearing a ring on each finger? It's uncomfortable as shit.
Wearing 1 ring is uncomfortable.
You can have a band of metal in between your fingers and then grasp a weapon and smack somebody with it. And then all of that pressure, all those pressure points just come together and ow.
And you're now wearing those rings under gauntlets? Throw a glove over top of your too many rings.
Did Doc wear 4 rings during his armor run?
No.
Our friend Doc
Not that I know of.
is like kind of known for playing shit in a suit of armor.
Oh god.
And he's actually done that. He's done marathons like that. It's pretty tough, apparently. It's physically exhausting.
That sounds exhausting. I suppose it's a way to burn some calories while you're like it would get your core strength up pretty good.
Where do I go next now?
If you want ideas, I can provide you with simple prompts.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so you have... Well, there's the further directions out of Majula that you could go, but just to build off of where you've already been, there is stuff past Pursuer, and there is stuff past the Dragon Rider.
Oh, okay.
You could proceed on from Tower of Flame or from...
True, there's that dragon I keep getting
Giants.
ganked by.
There's also that.
And there's probably other stuff in that tower that I haven't seen yet because I'm, like, too crazy about not dying there. But...
Yeah, I'm saying, in addition to the dragon, there are other paths out of Hades.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, and
let's check after Pursuer first.
Souls 2 goes very wide instead of long with its world layout.
Yeah, I'm still only just barely understanding that. Because every time I think I'm done with a path, it's just like, no, there's more. Oh, okay. That was not the button I wanted. I was going to do a jump. Oh, right, I clicked the stick. I was doing the old input. You guys are a pain.
But they're a persistent pain, remember.
Yeah.
They're coming.
Ow. Oh, they got me with that. All of you will die here.
This is my boss arena now.
Diego is the boss of the tower.
All right. That all worked out. Oh, yeah, I got immediately distracted by 6 enemies running at me the second I finished the fight.
Also, those ballistae work. It is
seriously?
possible to use them on Pursuer.
Oh, that's fun.
If you just stun him or lure him into the right position, you can give him a quick tap and they will do a lot of damage.
Something's getting attacked over there?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this is a Scholar edition.
That is new. That is neat. That is
These
actually
guys going wild
yeah.
on this tree.
They just want that tree down so bad.
Peculiar tree. Yeah, you have the toggle, right, to get out.
Oh, right.
It is there.
Oh, it's just leggings. Okay.
Also being distracted by this interact prompt with this tree.
Is there a first-person button?
Suppose, not that I know of.
No.
The binoculars are in this. You haven't found them yet.
Okay.
So I suppose it's not a spoiler to say that this tree is of import.
Yeah, it looks like a person.
Yeah. One of my biggest complaints about the original was there is absolutely nothing to indicate that.
Bird?
Bird?
Bird!
You got birded.
Yeah, some of the dialogue you passed by. Someone said, I think they gave the line to Melentia, maybe? That it said that a tree sprung from the corpse of each dragon who died, or each giant who died in the war.
Oh, man. There comes a point later where it's like, where the fuck do I need to go? And all I could do was consult a wiki.
Welcome. You've arrived. There's a fire.
There's a fire. Okay. New area to explore.
In case I want to bug out of this incredibly friendly-looking area.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, that's probably important.
Yeah, that's gonna be in either materials or keys. That's not
Okay.
usable.
That's fine. I know what that... I have a feeling I know what that does. It's, for weapons, right? Human FG.
Yeah, smith stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff. Oh, that's what that is.
Rocks.
I was confused. That's why it hurt when I tried eating it.
Since you just got here, there's no reason not to refill your flask.
Oh, wait, I didn't when I lit the bonfire?
Yeah, touching the bonfire is not resting on the bonfire.
Oh, okay.
This is important for the no bonfires achievement.
Oh boy, this guy's got a lot of reach.
The no bonfires run.
Impossible?
Because lighting a bonfire does update where you will warp to if you die, or homeward bound.
Oh.
That's an important part of the routing, knowing exactly when you want to change your home node.
But you also have
You get to do that once per fire.
Yeah, but you also have to not die if you're going to do the super duper fancy one, right?
Yes. So home
there-
modes are still relevant there.
Yeah. There is
Just
a...
taking time.
Hold on.
Oh boy, here we go.
So there's a benefit to the no death, there's a benefit to the no fire, and then is there a benefit to doing them simultaneously?
I don't recall. It might just be prestige.
Oh, okay.
Just the satisfaction of pulling it off.
I mean...
Keep moving.
Because those two items, I get kind of 100%y, especially in like collections and things. So with these, it's always grinding out for like weapons and super obnoxious little drop things. And in this game, the two things you get, I don't know if it would be a spoiler to say what they are, but from doing those two runs are the things I don't have and probably will never have. I don't need them that bad.
What is it? I don't know you, and you don't know me. Things are better that way.
Can I have your hat?
You are an odd one. Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask.
I can't see the... Oh.
I'm called Lucatil. From the land of Mira to the far east, across the mountains. They say Drang Lake brims with powerful souls. And so I came to claim my share. But what a strange place. Even the rumors did not prepare me. You are an odd one indeed. I've always made a point of avoiding people, while you've made a point of engaging me. I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require assistance, I will help you. I come from Mira, a land of knights. My sword is always ready. Don't hesitate to call upon me. Whatever happens, I won't be missed.
Okay.
You are an odd one indeed. Well, I can see. I come from. Don't.
So I can hire you?
Yeah, there will be helpful NPC, white soap stains on the floor. In places. Mostly in front of some boss doors.
And to
They
answer
are
your
visible
question,
when you are fully healed.
yes. But to answer your question, you can get that hat eventually.
Probably by killing her.
I can neither confirm nor deny these events.
Right.
Or suspicions. But like the first game, just about...
Oh, wow, it went right over my head.
Just about every outfit is out there somewhere.
Yeah, and just about every giant mummy with a hook is dangerous.
That was enough to stagger him. Zetsubo.
But yes, you can cosplay as all your favorite Dark Souls friends.
Later.
Semi off topic. I recently replayed 999, and there are so many points in that game where the entire cast will just return.
That's why that was set up that way.
Yeah.
All right. What about 999?
Oh, just the cast will occasionally throughout that game do the
Yeah.
And I just picture the voice actors in the booth like, can you just give me like 8 or 9 different sounds?
Did the original have those? I forget.
It didn't, but the Nonary game re-release, they added a voice track. It's not great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're putting together the reel. Can we get some hums?
I need some yeah.
All right.
How can you give me one
50?
Quick yes or no question. Can I roll into this window?
I don't believe so.
Yes.
I can?
Oh.
It's not a window though. It's not a window. Before you do it, it's not a window.
It's a door.
It's a door.
So that door's not open yet, so I can't roll into it yet.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. That'll save me a death.
And having to fight those mummies again.
Oh no, dogs.
Dogs.
Puppies!
I hate dogs in these games. They're usually really aggravating.
Dogs are the best.
And
always.
I whiffed the jump attack.
Well, one down.
They're not so bad in this.
They don't take a lot of hits. They are unarmored.
They're appropriately fragile. High threat, but
Locked. Alright, I do have an antiquated key, but I don't think I found the thing that goes to yet. And this doesn't have a lever on this side?
Nope.
Huh. Shame.
Yeah, smash that barrel with the gunpowder in it.
Oh, that's what those are?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
They explode.
they explode if struck the right way.
Yeah. If you use a fire weapon or fire bombs or something, they will always explode, but you can explode them with regular attacks sometimes.
I see.
Like, yeah, the mummy set off that barrel with his hook, which is weird, because I don't think those are fire weapons.
No, but like,
No, they're not.
You picture the metal like scrapes against the banding on the barrel, creates a spark. Like, it could happen. Is my justification.
Was there only one way out of here? Oh wait, here's a ladder.
I just know that you can set them off with really heavy weapons and things, even if they don't have fire on them. But I don't think like maces and one-handed weapons can. Enemies seem to be able to set them off with whatever, though.
Ooh. Delicious.
Yum. Oh wait, camera back down a bit. Oh, okay. You had a really cool shadow going on downstairs.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Isn't this scary, Lucatiel?
Ooh. I see you up there.
Huh, I don't think I've been that a ways. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
By the way, this might never come into play, but it might be nice to know. If you're on a ladder and you just tap the run button, I think it is.
Oh, you can
Instead of
jump. Can you
holding
jump
it
off
down.
of them?
Yeah, you can just drop. So if it's not a very tall ladder, then you can get down faster sometimes.
Look at my big curvy sword.
Seems very impractical.
Oh no.
Damn it.
Yeah, a lot of how Scholar uses petrified people is to kind of remix the existing areas by putting in optional barriers.
I see.
Makes sense, because yeah, that... Huh.
This is one, and a very interesting one, though. So if you do get some branches, I would recommend checking that out.
I would like to. I mean, there's plenty of things I haven't looked at yet because of statue people.
Yeah. By the way, did you go back to the platform? I was making dinner.
Plaque?
The platform, from when you go up to the parapet in the forest, and you meet the first turtle, and there's a bunch of exploding barrels up there.
Okay, that kind of rings a bell.
Yeah.
Over by Pate and that whole situation.
Yeah, Pate's down from that bit, but yeah, close by him.
Ow.
I think there's a branch there if you want a branch. Sorry. Shouldn't. Anyway.
Sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah, okay. Well, it doesn't matter then. Never mind.
Dog! Thought I was... Okay. No. We are done with dogs in this room? Okay. Now we just got an archer.
You got arrows, though. Yeah.
Yes.
Arrows, not as good as dogs. Equally deadly, much less cuddly.
Hurrah for death!
Yay!
It didn't explode.
I was hoping it would.
It usually
feel
does when you push
anticlimactic.
it down. But maybe it's because it hits the dog. It's a lot of blood.
Hello.
Oh! Oh, jeez.
So guess what? Remember what his name was?
Yeah, pursuer.
He pursues.
Ah, shit, my alarm's going off. I didn't think I would be awake this early in the morning.
But you got him now, so.
I hope so.
And remember, this time you have the option of a tactical retreat if you need it.
Ah, shit, I ran.
Dang it.
Very tactical.
It was
Very
looking so good. And also the strategy there that you don't need to roll his dash attack anymore. So you can get some extra hits in.
Okay, how do I get back there, I wonder? Let's, I go over here. I fight you. Oh. She's gone. guess so.
Well, at least they hit hard.
How much did I lose there? Not a lot. Like 3K maybe, like a level. Speaking of which... Oh! Interesting. Takes you forever to do that, but that's a neat trick.
Yeah. Interestingly, that tiny fireball he throws, super damaging. Like,
Yeah.
it would kill you in one hit. It's bizarre how much it hurts compared to what it looks like.
Oh, he's gonna get me. Can you stop clipping into the wall and, like, come over here? Thank you.
I like it in the wall. It's cozy there. Now I'm dead.
Alright, now where did I go last life?
It was right at the start.
It was in here?
Yeah, we're by the beginning, basically.
Oh, really? I've been going the wrong
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, this way. This way.
Ah, yes. The,
Oh, come on.
Man, in the real world, this would be great. Here's a room. It's full of dogs.
Drop it, dice.
That's... Actually, this
Very
room
neat.
is very annoying, isn't it?
Well,
I mean...
there might be a simpler solution.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that differently next time.
You
Well,
haven't
Also,
taken trips.
if we're being honest, your choice of weaponry is not good against dogs.
Oh, right.
It's good against a lot of things, but you know, your choice of weapons will get in your way at times.
Whilst we feel remarkably forward-thinking prison, every inmate assigned a therapy dog.
Oh wow.
I mean... Ty was just doing that in Phoenix, right? Or, I'm sorry, Edgeworth.
We visit upon your body horrors unknown to even the Spanish Inquisition, but we care about mental health.
Oh, that prison
think-
was incredibly fucked up. It was really weird prison. But it's a Phoenix Wright prison, so...
So it's like fucked up, but also they've got giant hamburgers?
Sure. I meant they all had therapy animals.
Oh, okay. I haven't
think,
played
was it
Edgeworth.
even Loon? Was it you who mentioned at some point that the Spanish Inquisition was actually comparatively nice? Something along those lines.
Well, they still went about torturing people, but in a structured manner. The Spanish Inquisition didn't actually ambush anyone. It was a legal proceeding. You would get your accusation in the mail and have a chance to see some kind of trial. It would probably be terribly unfair because it's a religious court accusing you of heresy, or more often of just being of any other fit, usually Jewish. They did a lot of hunting down Jewish people who refused to either convert or be thrown out of the country, and torturing them into doing one or the other, or executing them.
Damn it. Sorry, my phone was ringing, so I was a little distracted.
I played a Spanish Inquisitor on stage not about a year ago, and I characterized him as a complete fuck. So I'm glad I wasn't entirely off base.
Accurate, more friendly.
Everyone else was just...
Yeah, the rest of the Inquisition, they were just nice as peaches.
I was reading a book about medieval times, just in general, but specifically about Sweden.
Oh, shit.
And they talked about witch trials at one point.
Nope, that didn't work.
And how it worked was that people would accuse someone, and they had to find like 20 witnesses. It was basically a contest who could get the most witnesses to vouch for them.
Oh wow!
So it's like
literally a popularity contest for your life.
Yeah.
That's
awful. Yeah, but there was no way to get any proof, so it was the best they could do, I guess. They didn't have any investigation methods.
As opposed to the Salem witch trials, where just a bunch of people going, their land is next to my land, and I sure would like twice as much land. Burn them.
Yeah. That was part of that. But apparently there was a record of some woman who was accused, and she called out her neighbors and told them that they were full of shit. And the judges said, yeah, they seem to be full of shit, you can go.
Oh, wow. That's not how I was expecting that to go.
Yeah, it was very, very strange.
Oh, no, fire. Because, yeah, the American version of that is just a bunch of people shouting and you can't get a word in edgewise in your defense.
No, it was an actual trial, like, in a court.
Shit.
So I guess they had some sort of,
That's right, come down here and fight me.
There is, if you have the Hulu, there is a show called Inside Number 9 that I would recommend very heavily. And it's an anthology show, so every episode is its own little thing. And one of them is it's a puritanical England witch trial, but it is fairly well researched and does a pretty decent job of portraying, if not accurately what it was like, at least the tone of what we have under the might have been.
Yeah, so now you've met why it makes sense that this guy is called the Pursuer. This is something that Scholar added. He's a mini-boss in a bunch of places.
Yeah, I was not expecting this.
Whoa. This is one of the changes that a lot of people were frustrated by. Just more Pursuer everywhere.
I mean, it's not going to be the worst Pursuer. There's...
Nice job.
Although,
also,
yeah, as you've just felt, as I mentioned, once you've learned Pursuer, you know Pursuer, and he's not that big a deal.
Yeah, since it gave me
and you
6K,
get fabulous prizes.
I got 6K for that, so that's pretty okay.
Yeah, and you know what? More importantly than that, even.
Oh shit!
Oh hey,
you got
silver ring.
Yeah, there we go.
Isn't that one of those branches that I need?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
You can open that path now.
Try attacking.
But yes, more importantly, I would say than the fact that you get a bunch of souls is that you get Twinkling Titanite. In vanilla Dark Souls 2, that took a long time to get.
Yeah.
Whereas here, you can get it very early and upgrade some really dangerous equipment.
Nice.
So you can get very powerful very fast because they put those pursuers in and give you that reward. So I think it evens out.
Silver Snake Ring is the one that just gives you more souls while you're wearing it.
The level up faster ring.
Yeah,
Ring of
Restoration you think is
the one I would take off.
Yeah, probably Restoration.
But my Restoration.
My slight heal. Back out of the menu.
No, you don't.
Oh, tiny fireball.
really like that attack from the mummy guards. Because the windup looks like he's gonna try to grab you, but then no, tiny Hadouken.
Yeah.
Tiny, strangely damaging Hadouken.
How do I get back to the bonfire?
You can't.
I need to take a quick break to return that phone call.
You can
Okay.
bone
Yeah,
it home.
11 home bones.
Yeah, where are my bones at?
Top right corner.
There they are. No, those are effigies.
Top
There they
right.
are.
Other right.
Right corner.
Put your fingers in front of you. The one that makes it L.
Okay, quick break.
All right.
What did you say the show was called? Oh.
Inside number 9.
Inside number 9. Alright, thanks.
It's like part sketch comedy, part horror. It's by the same folks who did The Legal
Quite the
Gentleman.
combination.
It works better. I was skeptical at first, but it works really well. If you ever seen The League of Gentlemen, it's done by the same crew.
I've not. Nope, I'm not. There's a lot of TV and films that I have not seen, probably.
I have grown. I really appreciate a lot of BBC imports, if only because they are little 6-season chunks, and I have not as much free time as I'd like. Well,
Right.
under optimal circumstances.
Yeah.
So, like, oh, hey, I can sit down, I can watch a season of television, I can go to work. It's not a thing that's going to take up my whole damn week.
And, granted, I haven't, taken a deep dive into British television, but it does seem to have been a good, it seems to have worked for them, because a lot of TV shows, they stretch a little bit of material over a lot of time. And, in 6 episodes, that's all you have, then the best stuff's gonna be up front, right?
Yeah, that's trims out the fat a lot of time. And then you get things like Sherlock.
Yeah, which I liked the first season of, and then it got very bad.
Are you saying that John Philip Sousa flashing in front of his face is not the pinnacle of thinking moments in great television history? I don't know what I'm saying. Are you sure it's just not great television? I'm just trying to get you to think of the moment. That's all.
You're
moment.
right. That was
Do you know that
just genius.
that scene from Sherlock? And I haven't watched the whole thing myself, so I only know of the scene out of context, but all these images are flashing in front of his face, and it's just really bad editing, and it's just such a garish scene for supposedly the most brilliant mind.
So here's the thing, Doug.
It's very cheap.
Which version of that are you talking about?
Oh, the most recent one, I think, from 6 years ago.
That kind of
The most recent TV
that
show.
kind of, yeah. I was gonna say the Benedict Cumberbatch one. That kind of bad PowerPoint presentation on super speed is
I forgot about that one.
how Sherlock finds clues. That's just the show.
There's a lot of bad Sherlock media, isn't there?
Yep.
I thought the Robert Downey Jr. ones were cute. I just mostly like Robert Downey Jr. as a performer. I think he's fun.
Yeah, that's what I would say about it. Yeah. I
I've
wasn't
heard-
really. there wasn't a lot of investigation happening in those movies.
No,
But they were
there was
still
a lot
pretty
of
fun.
charm.
Oh wait, I've got 7k souls.
Oh, you may want to go spend some of those.
Yeah.
I've heard the one with Lucy Liu is decent. I haven't seen any of it.
Same. But I have a feeling you summarized it in decent, and thus probably not worthwhile.
Well, you know, sometimes decent is fine. Not everything has to be great.
Yeah, but there's just, like you said yourself, there's we don't have infinite time, and there's a lot of great stuff. Might start with the great stuff.
There's not enough time.
I mean, look at this thing we're doing right now.
Look, if you don't come out of this not having seen the entirety of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you never lack the time, you lack the discipline.
Right.
I did see all of it, yeah. Honestly, it's... Now, I've seen it now. I understand the memes now. That's probably the best thing I can say about it.
I know there's a fella named Dio. I know some smooching goes on. That's about all I got from JoJo.
Yeah, toilets. Like literally.
What do I spend my Titanite on?
Weapons usually the best.
Yeah, if you're settled on which weapons you like best, just put a bunch of number into them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your maces seem to be doing the job for you, so.
Yeah, I like these maces.
And then you can pull out the swords for the fringe cases where the maces don't work. I'm trying not to turn this into slam poetry somehow.
Yeah, so regular gets you up to +3, and then they switch to large.
Okay. I might as well spend this now, I guess.
Yeah. Do it.
When you're
Bigger
power
numbers is better.
stancing, the downside of power stancing is, of course, that you need to have 2 weapons upgraded at the same level for them to be as effective as 1 weapon upgraded to that level.
Right.
So it's
Not that hard
expensive,
to
but
do
it's...
over the course of the run, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Especially in this game. In
like,
this version of the game, you will have access to basically infinite everything. In vanilla, it was a lot harder to get upgrade materials.
And plus, if you weren't upgrading 2 weapons, odds are you'd be upgrading a weapon and a shield, unless you want to go for like a big 2-handed sword kind of a thing. So like the amount of the expenditure is still there.
Mm-hmm.
I usually go for the big 2-handed.
I never could
that's
get into
just me.
that. Well, that's a lie. I did that for a while during Dark Souls 1 because the very first Black Knight I killed dropped a halberd.
Nice.
So I had a slightly
easy
skewed
run,
idea of how difficult Dark
had
Souls was
the
supposed to be.
weapon.
I had the un singular. Yeah.
I kind of want more stamina because I feel like I keep running out of it.
You will never regret putting points into stamina. Because, you know, in theory, as long as you have stamina, you can completely avoid all damage.
Right.
In theory.
In theory. Okay, let's go back there and investigate that.
Many years from now, on his deathbed, Diego will cry, "Why didn't I have more faith?"
Nah,
No,
he's never going to die because he's become immortal by all the stamina he has.
Wow, I've transcended the limits of man and God. I don't really care about divinity anymore.
Oh shit! I roll even when I'm
pretty much
asleep.
the closest I'm gonna get.
See, this is why
Diego.
FF14 Diego is immediately on board with killing every god you meet.
Yeah.
I have surpassed you. I endure.
Yeah, you basically I don't think you haven't played 14 Rockets, but you just basically go around killing gods a whole bunch. People keep summoning gods because they have all this faith in them, and they're all summoned by faith, and they're all the summons that you know and love, and you have to fight them all, like Ifrit and Shiva and all them.
But my cute little carbuncle.
Nope, they're the bad.
Bunkle is okay.
Bunkle
legal.
is yours.
Small summons are okay. It's big summons that are the problem.
Oh, okay. So, like, fuck Doom Train.
Where's Doom Train? Where is
Doom Train is in the Omega raids.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
Doom Train's actually...
Yes.
Hell yes. I've
Oh
never
my God.
played 14, but I know that anything... Whenever Doom Train appears, it's a good time.
Once you get to the end of Bone Storm.
Yeah, I've been really slacking on. Tiny Hadoken.
Oh, no. Wasn't there, like, I think it was one of the Final Fantasy Legends for Game Boy, or one of those little, like, weird ones. Mystic Quest, maybe?
Could
But
be.
isn't the final boss just, like, not even a big god monster? It's literally just, hi, I'm God.
Yeah, that's Final Fantasy Legends.
1.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that game.
okay.
I played that as a kid.
Saga 1.
I am capital G, monotheistic. You can
No!
basically assume you are slaying...
I told you! I told you!
And to make your way
Oh.
up there, you defeated the 4 benevolent animals from Chinese mythology, the directional beasts.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
slay
the
both poly
feng
and
shui.
monotheism.
Yes.
Man.
You fight turtle, bird, tiger, dragon. Dragon is 4.
So you're-
Yeah.
You're basically little, like, 8-bit chibi Kratos at this point, then.
Yes. There's a giant tower at the middle of every world that connects all worlds. It's believed that climbing to the top of this tower would grant you some manner of wish or immense power.
Right, one
You
was
get
about
there,
the tower.
and it's just some asshole at the top, and it's like, all right, fine. No,
I'll smack
No,
you.
no,
out.
no!
Oh,
you break into God's office and demand a prize. You were informed there is no such prize, and you become upset.
Do you know what's really funny
Okay,
about that fight, though, is that you can use the saw, which is the insta-kill item, on it. And you could just chainsaw God in half, and you can win instantly.
The chainsaw
What?
that you pick up when you're on the post-apocalyptic Mad Max world that you pass through.
Isn't that like the
every
second or third?
sentence you're saying.
It's not a very good game, but it's interesting.
I was trying to keep a consistent picture going on, and then you kept saying more sentences, and it's like, what, now I have to incorporate Mad Max into this shit?
Yeah,
Like, it started off as Kratos, and then it's like, oh, okay, I guess you're just Turbo
Kratos,
Karen.
but
I
yeah,
wanna
he
talk
also
to
has a gun
picture.
and a chainsaw, maybe a death ray. One of his friends could be a robot. Well, the robots weren't until Legend 2.
No, you didn't have robots, you had monsters, and they were
You had
weird.
mutants, psychic mutants.
Oh my god, why did I never have a Game Boy as a kid?
God damn it, why?
Kratos would use a chainsaw if someone gave him a chainsaw.
These guys are actually very difficult if I don't get a good jump on them.
Yeah, it's just, you gotta respect them. Respect the fact that they do a lot of damage, because they're very slow.
I think we are making Legend sound way better than it is. I had a copy, it was not the greatest
Yeah.
game.
Was there a
The
DS
actual game.
remake?
There are a lot of
Because I will
games.
buy I will buy another DS.
A
to make
remake
this
of that
happen.
could be very interesting.
Ooh, item!
Yeah.
Drop an item.
I do remember back when I had my DS, the Final Fantasy remakes were not like the Final Fantasy 3 they did was not great.
No.
It was the worst. Well, I shouldn't say that. I haven't played the original, but I bought and tried to play Final Fantasy 3, and I stopped. Because it was bad.
Gave up. Hey, can I wield this, or do I also need 18 strength?
Yeah, you have the.
No,
I have
them
them.
for it.
Oh, I've got the numbers.
So, yeah.
Can I replace
It's,
one of my slashing?
Well, see what it is
Sure.
first. I get the impression that, yeah, that's the stick.
Oh my.
Give him the stick.
Oh, I can just two-handed.
So, unfortunately, this weapon doesn't have like the best damage potential.
Shame.
but it's not bad. It's not the worst.
Okay.
It's just
I'll keep it in my pocket.
yeah. You can use it. It can work out. You just have to play a little bit differently. So.
Oh shit. Not even doing it right. Power stance, please. Oh no! Oh, god damn it, I got distracted by that thing and I didn't realize I was gonna get hit by that.
Two things that might help is well, one is you can get the first hit in on them if you do a running attack, and then you can back off if the other guy is like too close.
I'm having trouble doing running attacks reliably. Oh right, it's no wait.
It's just running and pressing light attack. It's not really something you would do from standstill. It's you start a run from relatively far away, and then
Oh,
you
that
do it
attack,
easily.
yeah. God damn. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there.
And the other thing is just that often.
Oh god! The other thing?
Yeah, after you bait an attack out, usually you know where the, like if they have a 2-hit combo thing, after you bait the first attack, usually you know where the second attack is gonna go.
Right.
So you can just move around them and do a backstab on them. That usually works pretty well as well. Unless there's like 4 or 5 of them or something.
Oh, wow! I helped you. I saved you, jerk.
I was expecting not that.
No fucking gratitude in Drangleic, I swear to God.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
Well, you did just kind of barge into their house.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in here. The message was actually kind of helpful. Yes. Don't go in. Back out. Eliminate one at a time.
Oh, that got me.
Yeah, it really looks like some more some more stamina, some more endurance would be nice for you, because you can just barely not do 3 attacks in a row.
Right.
More green stuff.
Alright, this guy's gonna chase me. Oh, that's not a good spot.
Yeah, you have to be real careful around this group.
Okay, what does that witching urn do? Can I throw that?
Nah, it's just a firebomb except magic damage.
Is it effective?
Depends on your magic stat. But
Oh,
I
it's
think
dependent on my magic stat.
Yeah. But
That's
I think it's
unfortunate.
still a little bit better than a regular firebomb. Because it scales all. Also, keep in mind that if you think this seems a bit rough, there is another path for you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, several, but there are other places you can go. Personally, this is not something I would be doing at this point in time.
Oh god!
You can.
I didn't even see who's doing the thing. I was like looking. Ah, you got me. Alright.
Dual maces. Now that's a power move.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey!
You've been playing a ton of Souls lately, haven't you?
Yeah.
How is Souls 3 compared to 2?
Well, okay, so
I know that's like a whole can of worms, but I might as well.
that's a whole can of worms that I don't really want to say. Actually, I'm done comparing the base games to each other. I just don't want to do it anymore.
Gotcha.
I will say that the Cinders mod that I've been playing, I would recommend that. It is the most fun I've ever had with Dark Souls 3.
Neat.
So I've heard this a couple of times. What is the Cinders mod?
It's actually kind of like, well, it's kind of like Scholar of the First Sin, but for 3. But with more significant changes overall, and a lot of them are just mainly in the interest of being more fun.
God damn it. I'll take it.
High five.
I played up to Farron, or including clearing out the cathedral and the Abyss Watchers. I really didn't like the new enemy placement, just overall.
Oh no, not twice. I'm sorry.
But being able to put a basilisk on your head as a hat, it kind of makes up for it.
I've been kind of 50-50 on the enemy placement thing. I think part of the reason why I'm actually more okay with it is because I turned on the hard mode that adds in more enemies, so I'm more willing to blame like annoying enemy placement on that than whatever decisions they made.
Well, I didn't make any base changes. It just seemed like they put a lot of the enemies that are just not fun to fight regardless of your strategy. They just took a lot of those and put more of them in, and that was like the only change, felt like. But on the other hand, you have refilling mana, so you can do a lot more cool stuff than you could in base Dark Souls 3, so...
Right.
Regardless of the enemy placement thing, because like there's an issue I have with Scholar as well, with one area in particular that has the same sort of thing. I think in both cases there are so many other changes to it that make me like it more than the base game.
Sure.
Okay. That's effective. Well, I can't trade like that.
If I were to...
There is.
If I were
Oh, go
to
ahead.
blame, like, if I were to like think about these games based off of an area I didn't like or like the enemy placements in that I didn't like, I would probably not like any of these games because there's at least like 2 in each game that I think are extremely frustrating.
Yeah, there was one in this game in particular. It's a fairly late game area that the first time I played through, I hated. I hated 2 entirely because of this one spot. And it's only like
exactly
2 rooms. Yeah, I was. Yep. I despised this game entirely because of that. I got over it. I calmed down, but it wasn't fun.
Nice.
Okay, so did I finally clear that out? Let's find out. Let's not get too comfortable here. Never get comfortable.
It's the clownest car.
Be wary of boss. I'm not going to trust that yet until I actually see a boss.
Ooh. Matryoshka dolls.
These look horrifying.
With cages.
You don't want to get in one of those?
It looks so cozy. Join
Forever?
us, dog. Join us.
Nah, I'm good.
Well,
Oh god, I thought that was just a hole. Those are stairs.
Oh no, basements.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you remember that that air door?
Yeah.
It's in this room. You're saying that so when you open it, you don't.
I don't
step
walk
forward.
through like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I was thinking about that.
Yeah. You do still want to open it though, obviously, because it's a shortcut.
One that I literally never take.
One that I didn't know about until about an hour ago.
I use it when I die.
It's a good
Here?
speedrun shortcut.
I guess so.
It's not a speedrun shortcut. Speedruns don't go through here more than once.
100% speedrun shortcut.
But it feels.
Look, you could fit in that one so comfortably.
Yeah,
That one's got
plenty
room
of elbow
for
room.
activities. Yeah.
I guess this guy doesn't talk. But he's also not a
No.
target. Can I break these? I can.
Sort of undermines
No!
their...
Well,
They run and they explode. They're gonna blow up.
Oh, you're dead.
the kamikaze lepers. They gotcha.
This guy's official name is Change Prisoner.
okay.
The second I saw you use a life gem there, I knew you were dead.
Yeah, it's like I can't actually survive that. It's just like a reflex from being used to having more Estus than I do in this game. Oh, I cleared this guy out.
Oh, well, now you can try the drop ledge, the rolly thingy.
Oh yeah. Where?
It's over by the on the other side, basically. All the way down the what is this?
Lost Bastille.
Structure? What? No, I mean,
Oh,
what
oh.
the structure called? Battlements?
Yeah.
Parapets. I don't know.
I want to say the parapets are the tops of the towers, but I don't know that for sure.
We have 2 history buffs. Do the history buffs know?
It's just atop the walls.
Just walls.
Okay. So it doesn't have another name on that.
Come on, come on.
I'm sure there's a very fancy French word to describe not only this exact kind of structure, but the specific architecture and design of it in 12 different ways.
Yeah, probably. Like most things.
I bet I'm almost done with that guy as well. I usually made it to this area. Sometimes.
Yeah.
On occasion. I realize now I'm out of witching urns.
Battlements are specifically the those things that have the like the the up and down things along the edges of the wall. Those are battlements.
Okay.
The little covery bits for you to shoot arrows from behind of.
You could call this.
That makes sense.
The problem is, like, I think it's just atop the walls because these aren't ramparts. Ramparts are around the defensive perimeter.
What do you call the giant sewer grate for the Urukai to explode?
That'd be Tolkien's obsession with the word cellar door. The words cellar door.
Whoa!
The most beautiful words in the English language.
Hey, you cleared it out.
Havoc physics.
I learned that
Nice
from the
work.
best movie ever made.
Yeah.
I was hoping someone would jump on that
What?
because Donnie Darko is bad.
I have never seen Donnie Darko. Sorry.
I think I saw it drunk at a
Oh.
party once, and why was I drunk at a party watching Donnie Darko? It was a weird party.
That sounds like the kind of both the party that I would picture you at and the situation where you'd watch Donnie Darko.
I'm pretty sure I was in high school. I remember it high school years. Oh god. I've rolled down too many flight. No, I'm good.
I watched The Room. I watched The Room, drunk on a roof in Brooklyn. I mean, it's the same kind of.
You know what? You guys are good over there. Can I just close this?
That's where we are right now, huh?
Just gonna close.
Hey, you can just close the door.
Just gonna close this door. There we go. There we
Such a
go.
simple solution, although.
Huh. Oh no! They're getting through the door! Oh no! They made it through the door! God damn it! They blew us all up. You maniacs!
I knew it would happen. I knew it would happen.
Good. We've arrived at the Royal Clown Car.
Okay.
Yes. Welcome to
Clown
the-
barracks at the Bastille.
There's like 9 dudes in here.
Yeah, I think I might come back here later. This is kind of kicking my ass a bit.
So you fought the pursuer and then went here immediately?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's
a fair way to do it.
There was also stuff after Dragonlancer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's something to Dragon Rider. There's an entire area after Dragon Rider.
Yeah, that I haven't found yet, I think. There's something there. I just don't know where to look.
Yeah. If I recall, you talked to the priestess and then warped back to Majula.
It's right there.
Oh.
There
Right.
are worlds beyond.
Down the
these.
road.
Right down the road.
Right down the road. And
Right
no boss weapons on
down-
this road, though.
Okay, we got stairs. We got where I came from.
There's nothing special like in this little bit. There's an item behind the staircase up here. I believe it's a dragon charm or a monastery charm.
Damn.
Yep. I played through 2 a lot.
The wiki is here.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Wait, the charm, that's an item?
Yeah,
No, it's an item. It cures poison and gives you some health.
Cool.
It's a restoring item, HP restoring item.
no, a very bad one.
I've used the better version of them every now and again as backup
Whoa.
HP items, but the base ones, not.
Oh, that's a big swing.
Mainly they're bad because you... Yeah, there you go.
Remember,
They take a
remember
long
the
time
trouble
to
we had
use.
with those?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
only
I-
ever use them between fights as opposed to in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why I don't like them. You can't use them in fights.
It's if those are things that exist to be used between fights, I use those between fights and then use the ones in fights in fights. They're all useful on that front. It's just that they're more specialized.
Yeah, but I tend to have like 60 life gems or something, so
Okay,
They're
you're
not
just
worth
being
a slot in
understandably
my...
paranoid about this hole in the wall that's full of bloodstains. Good
Yeah.
instinct.
Yeah, something felt a bit weird about all that.
Those bloodstains were caused by people panicking when fighting that old knight and then going over there. And then
see.
getting cornered and trapped.
Hurrah for comfort, which is what I am at all times in Dark Souls 2. Comfortable.
I've never even been overwhelmed once, not even in my life.
Never. Especially not in this game.
Hi, kids.
That's a Shan Knight over there. He is guarding, I believe, an Undead Bone Shard.
Undead.
Oh, you're actually gonna want that.
Well,
Yo, do you only have one Essus use?
no, I've got two.
Okay.
I found one
Still, you
shard.
only got two.
Un shard. Ow.
Yeah, down he goes!
Maces are doing
You're
work
not
for
so
me.
tough.
Dual Maces kicks ass, actually. This is one of the... This is
shit.
earnestly a very powerful setup.
Was that a mimic? Sublime Bone
Oh, Sublime
Dust.
Bone Dust. That's what I thought of by Undead Bone. It's Undead Bone Shards, what they're called in 3. I've been playing 3 still.
Yeah,
Swan
that
buttons.
is what you use to strengthen how much one drink of the flask gives you.
Oh,
That will make you a flask +1.
It's that cornucopia looking thing.
okay.
So yeah, you're leveling up your flask in 2 different ways.
Okay, so you got effectiveness and
Well-
charges.
Yes, exactly.
How did that person die?
Got
They
crushed
put,
by the elevator.
They had this... Yeah, they had the elevator down and then they ran off, probably.
Oh. Well, that's dedication.
As you can see there, it is open to fall down. That does mean they died in this next section, which would be tough to do.
You watch me. Hold my beer.
Alright.
I have found ways to die in a lot of situations.
The top of this video so far is probably my favorite.
Well, where I just rolled off the thing when I was like,
Just straight up like, boop, fuck this. I don't hear anything.
I was saying, listen carefully, not here, as in, there's nothing there. It's just like a little bit of, like, a hole. That's what they're saying.
oh boy.
Hi, friend.
It's a dog!
Oh boy.
They're fine. They're fine. You know how to deal
Oh.
with these guys.
I didn't even realize you could target that guy up there.
Game did, not me.
That makes
There's a-
sense.
There is a ledge over there. He can't do anything to you.
Okay. Alright.
He can stare at you menacingly.
Enemies will always respect the guardrail.
Guardrails are... There's no way around it.
Ah!
You have to respect guardrail. Enemies have to respect guardrail. Ankle-high walls are the most impenetrable things in the world.
Yeah.
Man.
The undead curse attacks the knees most severely.
Absolutely.
Another spot for a branch.
So far, you've got 2 you need.
3.
2 more. Yeah, I've seen a few. I can't quite remember where they all are, but
Oh. There's the one in Things Betwixt. I forgot about that one.
oh right, yeah, I forgot about that guy.
Fragrant branch of lore. My favorite Dark
I
Souls
smelled something.
podcast.
This is a very good message. I'm gonna rate this message.
Oh, people are trying to put down a fucking new message trail over here. Get the fuck out of here. This ain't
Hurrah
the
for
message
message!
trail.
Yeah, look at it. It's
Bullshit.
great. I've never played this game before, so as far as I know, this is the legit message trail. The most legit one. Liar ahead. Bonfire ahead. Yeah! Everybody was lying.
Someone insisted.
Someone insisted, no, that's not a bonfire. Try torch. Oh yeah, this area does look a bit dark.
What?
Yeah, see, those for me are way worse than the try jumping messages, because I would actually like spend time like, what's in this little corner?
Where's the horse?
This can only be done at the fire individual for whatever reason. You can only do that at the base one.
Gotcha.
It's very weird that you can't just do it anywhere. This is consistent in 3 as well for some reason.
Well, I can
You
go
need the
back
power.
there for a moment.
You need the power of Ruth Nega to upgrade your flasks. Only she can do it.
And the bonfire she sits at, I guess.
So wait, do I burn it at the bonfire or do I talk to her?
You
burn
burn
the
it.
bonfire.
Burn it at the bonfire. Sublime bone dust.
Mmm.
Delicious.
I assume you just breathe it in.
Yeah, delicious.
Fuck your respiratory system.
Just waft that skeleton vapor into the flask.
Mmm. Bone grit in my lungs.
Do we even have lungs at this point?
They're full of
Look.
spiders.
Yeah. They pay rent.
Huh?
How much would that give me?
The rent is in spider eggs, unfortunately, but it's still rent.
And when they run around, you get that warm, tickly feeling in the torso.
Un level, please.
I hate everything about this imagery right now.
I think we did a good job.
I'm uncomfortable.
What's next? Adaptability?
Another endurance to get that third attack, maybe?
Oh yeah, right, I do want more stamina. Not quite there. Am I? Let's see.
I
I get 3, 4, 5 on the right trigger, and on the left I get 2, and then I think I gotta recharge before I get the third one. Well, it does it right away though.
Yeah, I think
It
you
doesn't look like
just
it's got
barely.
the slowed animation of you're using it when you run out. So
Okay.
Magic stamina pixel?
kind of magic salmon a pixel at it, yeah.
But like, if you have anything,
Before you
Less
warp
than
out,
100%.
have you encountered where Melentia is resting now in town?
Who is that? Cat?
The hag,
the giant pile of shop.
the merchant,
Oh yeah.
the house on legs.
There she is.
There she is.
Go on. It's on the cheap for you.
That's a lie. That's a
Yeah,
fucking
because
lie.
after moving in, she has also upgraded her inventory.
Yeah. she
Infinite
sells-
small life gems.
Infinite small life gems. There's the part that matters most.
Cool.
And a branch.
Bright bugs are also relevant, and the branch is relevant. Bright bugs, fair warning, those go up in price as the game goes on.
Hmm.
Their price scales with your level.
I think it's just they scale with like points in the game you're at. I think the moment you defeat your first big boss, it goes up to 12,000, and then every breakpoint from then on, it goes up until it caps at 28,000, I think.
Bright bugs are kind of your fuck it button for
Yeah.
bosses.
If you're really having trouble with a boss, bright bugs pretty much double your damage output and give you a huge defense bonus. Now, if
Yeah.
you still die on top of that, that means you should probably go
Cat
do
is sharpening.
Cat is sharpening. Yep.
When she's in this position, you can talk to her through the wall from outside.
That's kind of funny.
Just like a real cat.
You know, that's rock. Shouldn't you go find a tree or something?
She's a very
She
powerful
is super
cat.
cat.
Yeah. There's wood in here, you know? I'm assuming you got everything in here, right?
You'd be surprised.
He hasn't opened the mansion. I think he's gotten everything else.
Have you gotten the thing that's in the well?
Sorry.
Yes, that's the thing he did get, but he didn't get the thing on the ledge, the pursuer ledge,
Ah, gotcha.
and not the mansion thing.
He's not successfully descended the pit yet. There's treasure down there.
There is.
Cat sells leg fortifiers.
Oh,
If
really?
you ever want to try that.
How much
Yeah.
are those? Is that like
It's pretty
It's
expensive.
a ring. It's a ring. The silver
right,
cat
the silver
ring
cat
reduces
ring.
damage from falling,
Nothing
yeah.
suited you, I presume.
Which isn't just removes damage from falling, it reduces it, and there's actually like other stuff that also reduces damage from falling, and they all stack together. It's really weird. The fall damage stuff is strange. Also, you take more damage from falling if you're wearing heavier armor. But then
suppose
also
that
it
makes
goes to
sense.
your defense. So it's really, I don't know, it's weird.
Interesting. Well, if I keep getting endurance and vigor, eventually I'll be able to survive that, maybe?
Yeah. And at some point, the ring won't be that expensive anymore. Also, it's an investment in a way, since it will let you get items you couldn't get before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I
Wrong
know,
way.
for my part, my play experience into the moment you have a bottomless pool of small life gems, there's just a lot of peace of mind from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That there's something universally useful that you can sink your extra souls into and not feel like you've wasted them.
Right.
Doing the bonfireless run of this game means going to Malentia and buying a whole bunch of life gems pretty frequently.
Mm-hmm. Torch required ahead. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're under fire. Oh boy. Hey, thank you for lighting that torch for me. I know you didn't, but it's the thought that counts. Oh, dogs.
This area, I usually do, if I can help it, in one go. I go through all of it in one go. So this is usually where I both use that free repair powder you get at some point,
Mm-hmm.
and the Estus flask is not something I bother with in this area for the most part.
Is it just risky, just due to the...
There's a
That's
lot of
large.
DHs in this area. Yeah, it's quite large.
Yeah. It's a big area.
But
And you got crazy ass Viking people after you.
seem to be constantly under attack.
Those are Varangians. So apparently they work for the Byzantine Empire at some point.
I mean, apparently that existed in this world.
That is canon.
Yes.
At some
Drangleic,
point,
an extension
probably.
of the Byzantines.
The Byzantines are always there. There's an unavoidable Rome, you know?
The Byzantines are always watching.
Whoops! I should have
Ah,
known.
you idiot.
Torch
You
of
win.
Boar's Dam. But you've
Exactly.
already lit some local torches, so
Yeah.
you're fine.
Do not expose Torch to damp.
Torch will remember this.
Yeah. It's tricky to fight off-screen with an off-screen archer.
Yeah.
Oh boy, is it ever. Let me tell you about a certain section of 3.
Wow.
It's kind of good
Notice that
practice,
guy.
though.
I
It gives
got
you the... Yeah, they're pretty... They're very easy to kill, but they can kill you pretty easily as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's pretty good practice because it gives you that sort of ability to sense when roughly an attack is coming. And that can be useful when fighting like groups of enemies as well. That you can like you go punch one enemy and then you're like, and about now the guy behind me is going to swing, so I roll now and you get out of the way.
Yeah, you kind of learn how to deal with lots of dudes at once. Two actually goes out of its way to teach you how to do this. And by teach you how to do this, I mean force you to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
Teach you in the same way your dad taught you how to swim by kicking you into the deep end and not letting you out.
That didn't happen to me.
Alright,
if
do
you
you
say
have
so.
something
no
you
one
want
else.
to talk about?
Nobody else? I'm the only one?
No!
Don't worry about your souls in this area, by the way. It's
Yeah.
not going to be
Yeah.
an issue.
During
Oh, I've
get
already
very little.
lost quite a few souls.
during my first run of the game, I came here much earlier than you, and this was where I first encountered enemy extinction. The layout in base and in Scholar, a lot of it is the same, enemy-wise, and just this first hollow by the torch, he was gone.
Yeah, the No Man's Wharf isn't changed much between Scholar and Base. In fact, actually, this is slightly easier in Scholar because they do provide another shortcut.
He shot where I
In
was
Scholar?
going to be.
That didn't exist in Base, so
They also put in. Nah. Actually, I shouldn't.
I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah, I'll not spoil what that is.
But also, there's a whole bunch of extra torch placement here. That doesn't really do anything. It's just, if you want to light it up without doing something
boy.
later, you can do that as well.
I got so stuck in that corner.
You did, yes.
Yeah.
You put Baby in the corner, and then you got crushed by Swartz.
I put
Waves
myself in the
after
corner.
wave of pirates.
Look, there's no dancing allowed in No Man's Wharf. The boat fire.
Not since the
We don't
incident.
talk about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
not since the event.
So the sword that these hollow dudes have, the just foot soldier sword, is a soul level 1 all-star weapon. If you're doing a soul level 1 playthrough as Deprived, it's one of the very few swords you can use because it only has a stat requirement of 9 strength, 3 dexterity. Very low and easy to use. Got kicks, thanks. Good work. The sword that the Varangians use is actually quite good as well. For different reasons, it just scales well.
The scimitar or the other one they're using?
The other one they're using. The scimitar is also okay, but
Yeah,
it is
that's
kind of
what I
almost
started with,
strictly
right?
Outlast. Yeah.
Yeah, I started with
Almost
you
every
started-
weapon is viable.
If
I got
The only weapons I say that are unviable are Reapers, kind of across the board, with the exception of like 2, because the moveset is just bad.
yeah, the moveset is bad, but the damage is high.
The damage is pretty high on some of them, yeah.
But it's a lot more useful in PvP than PvE. Also, Dog, if you at some point feel like, this is good and all, but could use just a little bit more help, just a tiny bit. There is a thing I can point you to that would make things a tiny bit easier.
Okay.
Not a lot, just a tiny bit. It's not a huge event or anything. It's just an item.
Careful
Don't
about
roll
you
too
swinging
far.
those, the mace into dudes who just died, by the way.
Yeah. It doesn't do me any good. Just waste my stamina.
And
It wastes your
durability.
durability.
Oh yeah.
This is a very weird thing with attacking into enemy corpses. It for some reason uses a lot of durability.
Usually that's not something you need to think about.
This area you will. That's
Yeah.
the problem. This
It's
area is
Big.
a lot
Cool
of
opener.
use.
The
You thought it was
superhero
so awesome.
Oh shit, that's one of those floaty guys, isn't it?
No,
It looks
no,
like
it's just
one.
a hollow with a torch.
Okay.
Yeah, I get the concept. It's like to incentivize more precise swings, but I don't remember durability ever becoming that big of a deal. Enough that it,
When did you play?
I played base.
There you go.
On launch. So I don't know if that's different in Scholar.
On console?
PS3, yeah.
Yeah, so here's the thing. You were playing at 30 FPS.
Oh.
Durability decrease was tied
I've heard about
to
this.
FPS, is the thing.
Yeah.
It was.
I have
they
heard
did
that.
fix this part of it eventually, but it took a very long time.
That sounds like, man, that's like trying to get older stuff working and finding out it was like tied to your CPU speed and just nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way that it ended up working out was for every single release that ran at 60. So you know, the Xbox One and PS4 releases of Scholar and the PC version, durability ran out twice as fast.
Oh my.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
It basically how it works is that it counts how many frames it is intersecting with an enemy, and it does damage to the weapon based off of that. And unfortunately, it just doubled that. It took them a very long time for them to notice for whatever reason, and they did eventually fix it, but it was a long, long time.
I get the feeling that it was a priority thing, and that they got more people or more resources or something, because for Dark Souls 3, which was a bigger budget game,
wow.
They
so I can
did
roll
a
away
lot
from
of
that, but I
action.
can't get away from it entirely.
Well, I mean, they patched 2 a lot, too. It was just this one thing that they didn't touch.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking that maybe it was harder to do than they thought or something, and so they decided we don't have time for that. I don't know.
Man, I can't say for sure. To me, it sounds like something that just kind of slipped through the cracks.
Or maybe they were
Like the
debating internally if they should keep it or not.
I will admit, it forced me to always have 2 different weapons. Like, I always used 2 different weapons at once, which is kind of the point of durability in this game in the first place. So you don't just rely on one thing you're carrying with you. That's why you have 3 item slots on both hands. You know? And it worked for that reason, so I can't actually say that I actively hated it. You know?
Yeah, it works out well for that purpose. Like, my first run was as primarily a sorcerer, and once I had, you know, a good repertoire of scrolls set up, my staff would break before I would run out of spell charges. It's just no, stop that. Please carry any secondary weapon. Get a knife, or
get a second staff.
or
Dog,
have a second
dog,
staff.
dog, dog. Axe, axe, axe.
Go get a dog.
Sword, sword, sword.
Okay, yeah, you're experiencing the No Man's Wharf panic. You're gonna have to calm down a little bit.
Every time you go
Always
forward,
two
you're
directions
making it
you
for
can go
yourself.
in No Man's Wharf, and one is deeper into the pirates.
And you chose deeper into the pirates.
Yeah, I sure did. I wonder.
I mean, ain't no party like a pirate party.
I guess not.
Yeah, like I said, this is one of the most enemy-infested areas early in the game. It is going to wreak havoc on your weapon durability if you actually do go all the way through with just the ones. And it's pretty long. All things considered, No Man's Wharf is not a short area. And a lot of ways, I think this might actually be one of my favorite areas in 2.
This seems pretty cool so far. I like this.
You think they call it No Man's Wharf kind of on like the Greenland, Iceland principle to try to trick people into thinking it's something it's not? There are many mans here.
There's
And it's
nobody
not really
here.
a wharf either.
Yeah, it's just completely wrong.
There's one boat that's not even docked here, you know? The other ones are
There
just
are
destroyed.
no man. Oh, fuck this table.
Wasn't expecting that.
But yeah, if you proceed with caution, it's not so bad. But if you panic, then you will encounter 100 pirates in quick succession.
Speaking of which,
I dissent. You should always panic. More pirates is more better.
I love the backstab.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They're so good. Backstab animation of kick him in the back of the knee so he has to fall down, and then just like BAM! Get him!
Yeah, most of them have a little confirm hit at the start.
Yeah. That was basically the confirm hit is a bug fix for the like, you know, getting backstabbed across the room from Demon Souls in 1. And it did actually fix it for the most part. You don't get backstabbed nearly as much in this, even in PvP. Although you do still get hit with it because it's quite powerful and it's not that hard to do. But this is actually in 3 as well, but they kind of like hide it a little bit better because it's you can see it happen in 3 every time you whiff a backstab because you still do the backstab attack animation. You actually have to hit with that animation to do a backstab in 3.
Oh, weird.
But it goes cinematic as soon as the hit is confirmed. So it still has that a satisfying twang when you backstab something.
It's a good fix if that's the reasoning, because it feels great.
Yeah, and both of them it does a good job of making them feel better and also makes them slightly more balanced. And they didn't go quite as hard like in Bloodborne, where you have to charge a heavy attack to be able to do a backstab in Bloodborne.
Yeah, I never parried in Bloodborne. It was more than I could bear.
Well, parrying in Bloodborne is extremely important, but backstabbing in Bloodborne is rough.
Where's that dog? I don't...
It's over on the left.
Yeah, it's there somewhere.
I think the final DLC boss, I tried to, like...
There it is.
Reconfigure myself into a parry, and it just was not working out for me. I couldn't get the timing.
Can you parry the final DLC boss?
I don't think you can.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
that's why it wasn't working out for me.
That might be why.
That might have been why it didn't work. I spent a lot of time on that jerk. That
You can parry the second one, the one that's like then colored all of the boss fights that From Software has ever made afterwards, but
oh yeah. Her.
I
Yes.
thought that might be you.
She's great.
You haven't changed a bit, have you?
We did just meet her.
The longer I am here, the more madness I discover. A
Like
wretched
pirates.
place, indeed, but not without traces of its former glory. What could have caused such degradation?
I like Lucatiel's armor, but the one thing I wish
yes.
wasn't there
Well,
is the
thank you
blue
for
like
humoring me
sash
today.
that she's wearing underneath the
This is
the
for
leather
you.
like hard leather armor. I
It
don't
adds a
like the
little-
sash.
Of course, I've
A little
no idea
flair,
what
a little
it is.
Florentine.
I would like it more if it was a
land
different
mirror
color, if it was
surrounded by
white or
enemies
black
and
or even the red of her
constantly
pants, you know?
I feel like the red it would blend. It would hide too much. It would need something
Join
to
the
contrast.
order and prove yourself in battle.
White would be good though, because it
My
would go with her
family had
sleeves.
little fortune
Yeah.
and no name.
I could get behind
carved
some
out
white
a
there.
piece of the world for myself. With 2 things. My sword and my loyalty to my lord. I was raised to wield a sword from birth.
You've lost connection with Steve.
Life was
Oh, no.
hard,
Oh,
but
no.
I never gave it a second thought.
Don't worry, this doesn't kick you out.
I had swift success on the battlefield and quickly
Now you can't
attained
invade me.
respectable stature.
You also don't get messages
And
anymore,
then
though.
Oh.
and then I came here.
How mad would you be at the end of a boss fight, and then that would happen if
Have
it
you
kicked you
heard
out?
of the undead?
If I could do it once, I could probably do it
Souls
again.
Affected by the curse.
But it would be irritating.
An undead gradually loses his humanity until his wits degrade completely.
I have plenty of wit about
Finally,
me.
he turns hollow and preys upon others. And a hollow can never
wits
be
have
human
survived.
again. One can skirt this wicked fate only with the help of the souls found here.
What's your hat situation?
Assuming, of course, that the legends are true,
It's very
Long.
pointy and
I
long.
can only hope that they are. I'm
And clipping
sorry.
through the wall.
I suppose I've grown weary these days. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
yeah.
suppose
Pretty Amano there.
Lucatiel of Tarth, everyone.
And hello! And hello! Oop, I only got one.
Yeah, you actually attack twice with power stancing when you do that swing. God, I love power stancing.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite new feature here. It's really neat.
It sure would be dope if they ever told you about it.
Right. Yeah, this is the,
This is never mentioned in game at all. Like, not even the slightest.
this is why I like actually want people around normally so people can tell me things about this game because there's too much to not know.
Oh, I have so much esoteric, strange knowledge about
Dog
this.
out of the darkness.
I know the deep, dire facts of 2.
I don't know if I need the dire facts, but usually just like the regular facts are pretty useful.
Are you sure
Keep
you
the
don't want the
regular
dire
facts.
facts? They're pretty good.
Depends on how
What
dire
would
they
an
are.
example? Yeah, what would an example of a dire fact be?
Okay, most of the time I have to see them like when they come up.
There's one! No,
Yes.
no, that was
There's one now.
just a normal fact. Oof.
There is one in this area,
Oh.
but it would be a spoiler for me to tell you about it.
That's fine.
Can't stop here. It's dire fact country.
I mean,
Wait, is this-
don't worry about if it's a spoiler. Then you don't have to tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying I don't have to tell you that.
Is this the kind of knowledge that will curse my bloodline to 10 generations if I know it?
No, it's not a cursed fact. It's a dire fact, as in like
Oh.
extremely difficult to.
When is the Cursed Fact Marathon? That costs like $666 per fact.
A fact and a actual curse.
That would be amazing.
Examples of cursed facts include, like, horse legs don't actually have that much muscle in them, and for the most part, they're just adapted like set of 5 fingers that are crammed together into one finger.
Oh god.
Ah, my brain!
Oh boy, what is that?
Oh, speaking of horrible limbs.
Those
Alright.
are
Alright, I'm gonna fight this thing in the
people
dark.
usually refer to these as spider monkeys.
Ah!
You made a mistake.
They're
I've
called
seen the
like
spider
dark
monkey, sir. You are no
stalkers.
spider
Oh, they did not like light, did they?
Correct.
Okay, I didn't realize it was because of my torch right away, and then as soon as I took it off, it was like, something's wrong.
Thanks for that. By the way, your dinner.
Okay,
Yum,
noted.
yum.
Torch helps.
Torch is actually very useful in this area, to the extent that
Well, you have torches down the road. You don't need to start it here.
True.
that too.
You have torches at home.
Yeah.
And abroad, I guess.
So, that's actually the main reason why they put a whole bunch of extra braziers in No Man's Wharf.
So you
is
don't
so
run
that you
out.
could pull one of those out without issue. Like,
Yeah, you only need to like work once to get some fire deeper into the area. Now you
Oh,
get
no.
the no man's hubris, where it's like, I've been halfway through the area before. Let me just catch up to where
thought I
was."
despawned
The
you!
Pirates disagree.
you have to do that 10 times to despawn them. You've not gone through this bit 10 times.
Soon comes the no man's sorrow when you give up. And
That's
go
weird
and try
because,
to walk that field again.
like, there were a
Might
few
be 15 for
times...
some, actually.
There were a few times where he just didn't attack me. Like, where he didn't show up behind me, and I was expecting him to. And I just thought, well, maybe he's got a shorter timer?
That's just their aggro zones being weird.
Okay.
You also, I'm gonna be, you might want to pick up more life gems.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
do
this is
kinda
not an
need them.
area that you cruise through with the flask.
That's, you can do whatever you want, of course, but my recommendation is you should probably want to get more life gems.
No, I appreciate that. Like, if I'm gonna need them.
Yeah, this is what you're talking about, by the way, how one of them didn't, this guy doesn't always pop up.
Ah.
I'm not power stancing,
He's
am
just
I?
doing like a.
There we go.
Was he just doing like a fixed arm hang off the thing there the entire time? That's good upper body strength.
Extremely.
Gets into a comfortable place for an ambush and then just forgets what he was doing.
Ow.
Pull-ups, right? I think it was
You don't have to do this
pull-ups.
bit anymore. You just skip past this at this point.
Yeah, you got all the items in here.
Yeah, I did.
Extract the numbers from these hollows.
Could use a bit of number. I mean, I'm not for leveling. I meant just like maybe collect a bit and get some life gems.
Fair enough.
Speaking of which, do you want the item I mentioned before?
I'm still doing okay.
Okay.
I'm still having a little bit of trouble with these guys, but
The dual scimitar Varangians are much more difficult overall than the sword and shield ones. But the sword and shield ones have a little bit more health, so they're harder to kill.
A thing about enemies in... I don't know if it's especially in this game, but enemies with shields frequently forget to block with their shields.
Yeah,
Like, only under very special
purely ornamental
circumstances.
shields.
Yeah.
but at the same time, one of the things about shielded enemies is usually, as you're seeing here on these guys, these shielded dudes have like a full 100 more health than the non-shielded soldiers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll collect
This
a
is
bit
true
of...
of the old knights as well, where the sword and shield old knights I think have the most health, whereas the ones that use the large weapons are just more dangerous.
Actually, the mace dudes have the same health.
Okay,
Yes.
the sword guys have significantly less for whatever reason.
Yes, they hit harder.
Okay, I think I've got... Yeah, I've got some souls I could use. Also, thank you for that follow.
Still getting
Thunk.
it's hard to live in this place. Just violence everywhere.
Was this where I go? I think this is where I go. Back to the bonfire.
Yeah, that's back to the fire.
I've got some souls to use. I will stock up on some gems. That sounds like a good idea. I'll take another crack at this place.
Have you been told about soul memory yet? It's not going to be relevant for you. I'm just saying that this is a very weird thing that the 2 has.
I don't think anyone's mentioned it, no.
So soul memory goes up anytime you get souls.
Okay.
Period. Anytime you have souls on hand at any point, your soul memory increases. Soul memory is actually what the game uses to determine, like, connections to other players, both PvP and co-op. And it's a really annoying system overall, because you can be... There's these breakpoints that you could be part of that, like... What do you call it?
It's brackets, it's not floating, so
Yeah.
you can end up right outside your friend's soul memory and not be able to connect to them, or at least not easily.
So that's
And that
only
means
if...
that they would have to go up another tier to be able to connect to you at that point, and it's very annoying.
Weird. So that's like
So
an
did they
invisible
not-
feature?
Did they not then like retroactively put the password system back into 2?
Okay, so there is a ring that you can equip. That you choose a god on the ring, and that does expand the soul memory on it. But no, they never retroactively added the password system back in because Scholar came out before Bloodborne.
Huh.
Yeah.
And the ring expands it, it doesn't make
make
it
it-
infinite.
Yeah.
So 2 is now like the only game, if you count the remaster, that doesn't have the password system.
Remaster does have passwords.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's what I said. 2 is the only one that doesn't.
Yeah, 2 is the only one that does not have the password system in it, which is a shame because the password system is good, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I only really used it for like Covenant farming, but you know, it made that a lot easier. I was never much into the PvP aspects.
Whoops, fell short.
There you go. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate because this game's actually super fun to co-op in, but it's also maybe the hardest one to co-op in.
The most inaccessible of the games.
Yeah. Mainly just because it's just hard to fucking do it at all.
There we go. Thanks, Ledge. Thanks, Geometry.
Levels, you saved the day yet again.
Hey, Dedius, thank you for those souls.
Cheers for the
bits.
best souls.
Oh, God!
Ah, you've been oiled. Congratulations. Don't get shot by fire arrows.
Oh, boy.
You rolled through the oil. You're even more oil.
I was already oily.
Hey.
Since you're so oily, now you need to respec into a Turkish
Voice
wrestler
dog.
build.
Voice of dog.
Yeah.
Go roll through the oil again,
Uh-huh.
and go light a torch.
Yeah. I'll just die, right?
You won't die, probably.
That's always a good.
We're being very
qualifier.
nice here.
Okay, that's a pattern. Oh, crap. Thank you for just meandering about, dog.
And yeah, the benefit of all these torches, that a lot of enemies that seemingly come out of nowhere are plenty visible if the lights are on.
Yeah.
And such good mood lighting.
Oh,
In general, I actually really like 2's approach to how it does its like encounter versus like long form like difficulty. You don't ever get attrition in 2. Your pants were still a little bit higher.
all right. Now I know.
But now that problem is solved.
Yeah. Because life gems exist, you don't ever get attrition, but all healing in this game is slow healing. All of it. Including even the Estus Flask, which is the fastest, is still slow.
Ah. Hello.
I wonder why they don't like fire.
Fire's scary.
Yeah, but there's a... They drop an item that makes me wonder why they don't like fire.
Well, when they were a small monster,
Thank
their
you.
big brother caught them playing with its toy and shoved its face into a.
Maybe.
There we go.
If we want to get into lore stuff, stuff like this is usually pyromancy mutants.
Uh-oh. Blood.
Yeah.
Some sort of
All
like,
the weird long
chaos
meat
object.
beasts are usually chaos beings.
His
Yeah.
reach is more than I expect.
Yeah.
He's got arms
He's
that can
mostly
go.
He's mostly
He's got a
arms.
wingspan of like 12 albatrosses, dog. How could you not think his reach is enormous?
Forgot it.
I think 80% of his body mass is arm.
But yeah, the Dark Stalkers, I think is their official name. They drop pyromancy gear.
Neat.
They drop pyromancer gear. Exactly. The pyromancer mutants.
So that would
Yeah.
explain the fire phobia then.
You'd think they would
It
like
went wrong.
fire.
They went wrong. So
They learned their lesson.
Oh,
Fire
I see.
bad.
Okay.
Fire brings the longness.
God, they really gotta. Oh no! Yeah! Moral
Thanks for coming,
victory.
buddy.
He decided that
Oh,
looked
never
fun.
learned to swim.
Moral victory.
Maybe they're like, I can't afford to have my arms be any longer. I won't be able to walk anymore.
How
Keep that
can
away
you
from me.
hug with arms this long?
it means you can hug like 15 goddamn people, though.
Yeah, but you have to get that many people, otherwise you can't hug at all. You just make a ring around them.
You're not trying.
I need the world's widest people to hug. Bring me to the blacksmith.
The blacksmith has a lot of fire.
With their
Blacksmith
arms
really
already
likes
as long as
fire.
they are, they've had to come down here to the docks and work day and night for years to scrape together enough money for one shirt.
Do you know where the infinitely armed, legless horrors hang out?
It's
Well,
here.
they have legs.
Welcome.
They have a house. They live in a house at the top of the hill.
You head up to the Arm House in the Arms District.
Oh, over on Arm Street.
I've not gotten anything for Arm Street, but I've considered it every now and again. I've heard most of the stuff they make is good.
Whoa.
It's quite expensive, though.
It's a bit long.
Yeah.
Scimitar. Oh.
The
Wow.
nice thing about that place is they give you free arms when you get there.
God, these dogs are downright passive.
As opposed to what?
Other Souls dogs.
Hmm.
You know, like,
Have you seen the Dark Souls 3 dogs?
have you seen the Demon Souls dogs?
Still have nightmares about the
I
battlements.
remember them.
The dogs
I
in
do-
Demon Souls are... They want to get you. They will fuck you up.
The dogs in Demon Souls are what push most people away from the beginning of that game. That was...
That was
Oh,
genius
jeez.
by that guy.
Yeah, that dude's got a plan.
Yeah.
There's a point early on in Demon Souls where you have to choose between dogs and dragon, and the sensible option is dragon.
I really kind of like the dogs in 3. Just not really to fight, but I like what they did with them.
I'm okay with the regular dogs. The moment they start to get skull faces, all of a sudden I hate them violently.
The edgelord dogs that shop at Hot Topic. Yeah.
Whew. Okay.
The cool dogs.
The Glenn Danzig dogs.
Ah!
We just wanted to expand this room and we couldn't get a permit.
You guys seem to care less about this torch that I got going here.
These ones
Yeah,
are a little braver.
These ones are brave. They will attack you regardless.
They loaded up on darkness before they went out.
Bleeding.
I recommend running.
You're getting cornered. You're getting cornered.
You're getting
You're dead.
cornered and
No.
having your blood out. You're fine. You're fine.
Ooh.
It's fine.
Oh no!
You
It's no
smoked too
longer
soon.
fine.
Still fine.
So these dudes will pretty much always bleed you on 2 hits. They're the sole source of bleed in the game that's dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bleeding is okay. It does a little bit of damage to you, not that much, but a little bit. It causes you to have difficulty regenerating stamina, and it slows you down, and you can't sprint for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
They
Which is bad in
basically
this game.
Yeah. They took bleeding in... Bleed in 2 got turned into frostbite in 3, basically. And bleed
Shit.
from 1 came back to become bleed just in general, again, in 3.
Hey, it despawned that guy finally.
Demon Souls, there was a... Bleed was just another variant of poison, basically. And it sucked. It was like, oh, you lose 2 HP every second. That is so little, so slowly.
Actually, gotta stop trading hits with all of you.
Yeah. It's hard to avoid sometimes, but yeah, you eventually get the sort of sense of when you should start swinging on different
Oh god,
enemies.
that guy behind me, I forgot about him.
There's always
Keep
another pirate
turning your
behind
back to more pirates.
And dogs. Don't forget dogs.
you. And dogs. And hollow soldiers.
Well, the good news is that
And pirate dogs.
I can keep chipping away, and eventually all of them will die forever.
Incremental progress. Everything you do makes it slightly easier.
That's actually a market improvement over DS1. I like that.
For some reason, there's people in this world who don't like the depopulation system, and I have no idea why. I don't get it.
Seems
Why
natural.
would you dislike permanent progress? Right?
I think it was very strange, but someone told me that he hates it because that means he has to do it.
That's not the game's fault.
That's-
No.
I was gonna say that's
As in,
100%
they
completion
feel
bullshit even
compelled
beyond.
to depopulate every map.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, that's on them.
Yeah.
that's and my
don't get it.
only concern, my problem with it's not a rational problem because it never actually came up, but it was a concern I had going in was what if I find myself in a position where I'm under leveled and I need to go grind a little bit and I've run out of enemies due to depopulation. That'll never happen.
That is
Man,
that
there are
is the only
solutions.
an outrageous
They're-
stretch.
Yeah, that is the only argument I could see that would have some weight
And
to
the
it.
response to that is there are some places where there are enemies that will respawn indefinitely.
Yeah. Not every enemy
Like-
can be depopped.
Or you
Only a
join the
handful.
Covenant of Champions.
Or you join the Company of Champions, where all of a sudden they're always going to be there no matter what. Yeah, there's that too.
Oh, see, I
There's
didn't even know
entire
that was
life.
Yeah, there's
'Cause
an
I never
entire
got-
system for allowing them to come back. Like,
Yeah, or if you have ascetics or whatever. There are solutions, a lot of them.
Whoa. Hello. Hello!
Run! Run!
like the
grinding enemies could have an impact on people
Oh.
who are, not as good. The grinding, depleting enemies have an impact on people who are not as good by letting them get to the boss fights faster. It's an empirically good thing for them. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I'll say this. If you realize at some point that you're in a bad spot, or you're about to be in a bad spot, I heavily favor just turning off lock-on and running backwards a bit.
You do move slower when you're sidestepping and backstepping during lockdown
Yeah.
than your regular walk speed, and it adds up.
So it will save you a lot more than it might seem. Just giving yourself an amount of space backwards.
Oh, that guy behind me.
Making
Oh, that
the
guy behind me
situation.
was not the same guy. That was a pirate.
There are a lot of them.
Ooh. Special mushroom. Alright, I gotta focus here. I have to procedurally assassinate each and every pirate. Okay.
Parts in which the depop system was in every game.
Whoa!
It's not. Is it in 3?
No.
I don't remember 3 very well. For
Yeah,
some
it's
reason,
not in
3
3.
just did not stick in my head. The DLC stands out for 3 better than more than the base game.
Yeah, the DLC stands out for 3 because it's bad. I actively dislike the DLC for 3. It's the only Souls game that had bad DLC. Every other one had good ones.
like the second one, but not
I
as
like
much
the second
as
one more than the first, for certain. But I just don't like it very much. Still.
It's still not as big of a step up as it is in 1 and 2 to the regular area, so to speak. In both instances, it felt like an evolution of like everything that was already in the game.
Okay.
You use your Estus when you've
Because
lost like, only a tiny amount of health.
Because I fuck up so easily in this game.
But you have life gems.
Thanks, Apislave.
Glorious the oldman. Gather souls. Invest in numbers.
Oh boy!
Hello. How you doing?
Stamina.
I'm neutral to positive on most. There's only one. The only part of any of the DLCs I can think of that I actively dislike is in 2 here. There's an optional leg of one of them that I can't fucking stand.
Oh yeah, don't do any of the multiplayer areas. Just don't do them. Don't bother.
Stay away. Especially the last one.
Whoops.
I
Forgot to check you off my list.
don't think we're talking about the same thing.
I think we are.
Is that a multiplayer area?
It's called that. It's sort of that was sort of the idea.
I was wondering if you were gonna.
Yeah, the optional zone in HDLC is meant as a co-op thing to do.
Because people without the DLC could do them.
Oh,
You could put down your sign outside of them without having to do them. The habit, and then you can just do those.
Free axe!
Yourself.
The thing you need to climb into the coffin for.
Exact.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Oh, maybe that was my problem. I was trying to do that on my own. I didn't realize it was meant to be co-op.
All of those are meant
It's
to be
bad
co-op,
anyway.
But it's bad anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
They give you the ability to summon up 3 phantoms for that one specifically. You can have 3 AI phantoms, one of which is a healer, and it's still really bad.
There are several pirates here.
There are many
Stella
pirates.
only added
but
like 2 or 3 more Varangians. There was a lot of Varangians in the base game.
I
There
believe
are a
the
couple
plural
more,
noun-
but not that many.
Yeah, no, like, this seems pretty adequate level. Like, I remember one of the things I heard about Scholar was that they added so many enemies and that people were a little irked about that.
It's a little bit overstated.
Okay.
There are a few areas in this game where extremely, yes, they added a bunch more. One in particular to its detriment. But for the most part, there's not actually that many more enemies in Scholar compared to the base game. There's like...
So the only thing...
They maybe increased the total number of enemies like 1.2 times, you know? Like 20% more enemies total.
I see.
The only thing I really knew about by reputation was that dragon in Hyde's Tower. That's the only thing I'd heard about it before going into this.
God damn it.
One area in particular, however, they did increase the number of enemies like almost times 1.5, like 50% more. It's very annoying.
I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah.
I am afeared that it might be what I'm thinking of.
I need to dodge that because I just realized he was tracking me.
Yeah, so one of the things about 2 is that there's a lot better enemy tracking on basically all attacks.
Yeah, I noticed. I noticed that really soon.
Yeah. You know why that's the case, right?
Because people were able to get around enemy attacks in the first one so much?
It's because your move speed is like twice as fast as it is in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah,
I see.
Your base walking and running speed is much
Oh, that's
faster
oil, isn't
than
it?
in 1.
God damn it.
Yes. So, congratulations.
Now I can't light a torch.
But, that walking
You can,
speed
you gotta
increase-
heal.
if you were to play through 1 with the walking speed like that you have in 2, you could just beat basically any given boss by walking and running around without having to dodge like anything. So the problem
You
is
can
that
do
because
that
of
in this game too. A lot.
you can do it in this game. People have done it, and it's really impressive. But
Yeah.
the thing is that the enemy tracking in like some of them do just lazy Susan at you, where they'll spin on place and then swing, and like that looks dumb, but it's kind of necessary. Otherwise, it'd be very difficult to get hit by some attacks in this.
And in 3, they just kind of lunge at you from across the map and hit you.
And the thing is that they actually
regardless.
do still do it. They do still do the pivot in place. The thing is
Yeah.
that they hide it a lot better with their animations.
That's true. Yeah, it looks better, but
Yeah,
I
but they're still doing it.
yeah.
This is true in Bloodborne as well. If you ever get frustrated by an enemy, like just suddenly in the middle of their swing, completely re-aiming where their swing is going, like their arms, India, they will ruin you. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. It's the same thing where they're just changing the position of their attack based on where you are. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, there are some bosses in 3 that, and some enemies that explicitly aren't doing that, and those are actually always fun. Because you can actually like just sidestep them slightly just by moving to the right or left, and that's always fun.
Am I still covered in oil? Yeah, it looks like it. Still leaving footprints.
But
Can I just walk it off?
It eventually goes away on its own, yeah.
Can I roll it off? I can't traverse the valley of the monsters without a torch. It seems like a bad idea.
Can you go wash it off in that little tide pool, maybe?
No.
Maybe, but I haven't gotten rid of everybody down here, and I'm afraid to go.
It actually might work. There is a being wet status that, and you can only have one of those covered in something statuses at a time.
Let's see.
oh,
Like I don't.
See if I can do this
I don't
without
have any,
routing a
like-
bunch of enemies.
my natural instinct was
You have to
no,
roll
you
in it.
can't.
You have to roll in it.
Can't wash off the oil and water. But yeah,
Yeah, you're now wet, which means you're taking more damage from electricity, but less from fire. He's coming down. He's slinking his way to... Oh, he's done.
Yep. Incidentally, when you're at a certain distance away from a corpse, it despawns, and then when you get within distance of it, it spawns in again and falls to the ground
No.
where it was. So you'll hear a lot of thunking when you walk around an area where you've killed a lot of enemies.
Everyone's
Because its
done.
corpse is spawning back in and bonking into the floor.
You should roll through that.
No.
Through that.
I
come
almost
on,
did.
Do it.
I almost did, but
Roll through it. Don't be a coward. Come on, show it off. It's for the viewers, voice dog.
I've set myself on fire before for people's entertainment.
Do it for the content. Gotta commit to the bit.
Which bit? The bit where I kill myself over and over again and make no progress?
We've done that already.
Yeah. Actually, I've been doing okay until I got here.
That is a tough area, I will say
Be
that.
careful
Even if
that it's open now on the left.
Okay.
I will say, I think it would be easier to go through this area with a different set of weapons.
Oh yeah.
Like something with a bit more reach would probably make it a bit easier.
Shit
These
behind
are
me.
also maybe the like only guys in the base game. Like all of the enemies in this area
Oh, shit.
like, are among the only enemies in the base game that aren't weak to fucking strike. They're like the only ones.
Yeah.
So I might want to try my slashing weapons for this.
No, because you upgraded the maces
Ah.
far enough that I think they still deal more damage now.
Well,
Almost certainly. It's purely that the downside of the mace is that they have pretty pitiful range. The
Yeah, but the
swings are
swords
actually pretty
don't
good,
really.
though.
The scimitar?
Yeah.
Does it have that much more range than the mace?
They, if you two-handed especially, yes.
Oh.
The
Well, if
curved
you two had
two-handed
it.
moveset in this game is fantastic.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, despawn the 1 or 2 guys. We're making progress, folks.
Yeah. I mean, you were doing well until you walked up the cliff. You were doing well. You were still alive. You weren't in danger of being beaten to death.
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
I feel like not being able to mess with ragdolls was a part of the development cycle.
Damn it. Oh, I should have just attacked there. That was foolish.
Where, likely at one point well, we know at one point the lighting system in this game was a lot more visually robust.
What? Why are you faced the other way? Well, we're here now.
And, having the enemies, like, jiggle around. Why didn't you heal while he was doing that?
I don't know, because I didn't think I had time, and then he gave me time, and I wanted to see how long he was going to get stuck there.
Fair enough. But yeah, the lighting system in 2 was going to be much more robust at some point, but it ran like absolute crap ass on the PS3 and 360. So at some point they had to... Okay, long and short of it, this game had 3 directors on it, one of which was kicked off the project about 2 years into its development.
Why?
And another one was brought in afterwards to completely save the development of this game.
Interesting.
Yeah, Tanimura is one of those directors, and he actually basically saved this game's via managerial being able to just take everything that was in and turn it into a coherent product. It was exceptionally ambitious before, way too ambitious. If you read any interviews about what the game was going to be like before it came out, it is nothing like that. And the previews that they did for this were also
Wow. I've never seen anyone get hit by one.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get hit.
and the previews that were put out for 2 were the E3 preview in particular was kind of famous for looking better than 3 does right now. And it never got finished because the original lighting system wasn't, it didn't work.
Weird.
We're finally going to collect the eggs.
The eggs?
Confront the aloof and mysterious shadow dwarves.
My soul is mine, and I am alive. But anyway, it was going to have a dynamic lighting system in it that forced you to do a whole bunch of stuff. And there was going to be dark areas and whatnot where you extremely needed to have a torch out to be able to see it all. And in 2 now, there's only a couple of places like that, and it's not actually guaranteed necessary.
Yeah, you never need a torch, but
Yeah.
there are some areas where it actually is nice to have one now. You know, even without a gimmick enemy that is scared of fire.
Yeah. So, the game... turning off the dynamic, the ragdolls was probably a result of that, because if those ragdolls needed to update their lighting every single time you messed with it, kicked them at all, then that would have been a problem.
Gotta get better at fighting these guys. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
You need to swing sooner when they approach.
And if I get completely caught by that attack, I just need to take them out, because I'm right there.
Yeah. 2, it had a rocky development cycle.
That's interesting. It's always weird how games can be really troubled and then turn out something that's actually pretty, as you said, coherent.
Yeah, it's impressive. You kind of hear that about when game developers talk about their games after the fact. It's interesting how, games that even the ones that didn't have a rocky development cycle, they say afterwards that there was a ton of more stuff we wanted to put in there that was ready to go, but we just didn't. And you're like, what? But the game felt so complete. No, you had Yeah,
We weren't
there's
done
tons
yet.
more
Software
stuff.
development life cycle.
And Demon Souls
Ah,
had
damn
a
it.
similar situation.
Oil!
Demon Souls had a similar situation where it was actually it changed directors a fair number of times until it ended up in the hands of Miyazaki. And
Oh, boy.
Run! Turn off lock on and run.
Yeah.
Just run down somewhere behind a building. Chugging Estes.
Alright, let's not fight in the ocean.
there's no waves here. This is a lake. That's why it's called Drang Lake.
This is a cove.
Yeah, fair.
It's insulated from the sea.
Dog, 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 dog? No dog.
Dog. Dog behind corner.
Yeah, so the what do you call it? There was a whole bunch of shit in this game where like originally it was going to be like a full half of the game is going to be very combat light, and then you'd be able to start from the second half that's more combat heavy if you wanted to and stuff like that. You get entire parts of the game where you might not have actually ever might never actually go to because you'll never find them and stuff like that. Which was also a goal in 1. Some of the earliest previews of 1, people were talking about like how you might never actually even find the Duke's archives. That they're really out of the way, and whatnot. And then in the end up result of 1, the Duke's archives are necessary to do. You can't avoid that kind of thing.
Right.
It was still very cool that Ash Lake and the
Lost Eyes Lip
painting.
and painting.
Yeah, painting. Yeah, those areas are entire areas that are completely hidden because it felt kind of magical to discover them.
Also, thanks Jader for that follow.
Giving up
Painting
on
World.
trying to invade Farmhouse.
The Painted World, by the way, you're probably aware of this. It was the first area that it developed. That was the basically testbed of Dark Souls 1.
I did hear that, yeah. It didn't fit in anywhere, so they sort of made it a zone you teleport to. Something like that. You want to pull that before you jump down. Just saving us a
Seems
trip
like it's
here.
it's a one-way trip.
Back up, and then look up at what you just pulled. There's a bell right there. You can actually just shoot that bell with an arrow from afar, and it will do this as well.
Ah, clever.
And look what it did.
Go ship.
Ghost ship.
Okay, so now I can drop down.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. I read a lot of development interviews for both 1 and 2. Is part of it. I was obsessed with those games as they were coming out. Because I really loved Demon Souls, and I was like, hell yes, I want more of this so bad. I'm extremely up on this.
I wonder if someone can make something that feels more like Demon Souls again.
Nothing does. It's
Yeah.
a very weird, awkward game, you know?
Yeah. Granted, I never got to play very far in it, but from watching LPs and such, it really gives off this sort of adventurous feel where nothing is really there for your entertainment per se. It just happens to be this weird world that you walk around in and do things in.
You can't say that anything's for your entertainment when in a game in which the fucking valley of the clown exists. The worst poison
Exactly.
swamp in video games.
But as the series became more popular, it felt more video gamey, I guess, which isn't bad.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's in general actually mostly a good thing. But because like I mean the game's
Whoa, what are you?
being completely legitimately honest, but It is true that Demon Souls has a very unique tone and atmosphere to it that no other game really has, I feel like.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, I wouldn't want to play, like, I wouldn't want every video game to be like that, but, you know, a few would be nice. Just something unique.
These are
Something
suspicious shadows, by the way.
They're neat. Very fast.
In base Dark Souls 2, these showed up exactly once on New Game Plus as ads added to a boss fight.
Well, that's weird.
That's it.
And you know what's even weirder about that? They
have
drop...
like a full suite of drops for them.
Yeah, they have a full armor set and
3 unique weapons, I think.
Whoops! I fell into the trap.
At least 2.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten them, but
The malformed
I'm sure you're
claw
right.
is the one I'm thinking of.
Okay, yeah, I have gotten that. Yes.
You're still poisoned.
Yeah.
It'll run out.
Fragrant branch of yore.
Found it.
But yeah,
that's full of poison.
imagine
got,
an enemy that appears once on a playthrough that has a full set of armor that is in no way guaranteed to drop.
Yep. It's actually quite rare to drop as well.
Yeah.
Base Dark Souls 2 had a lot of this.
Yeah.
It was very frustrating.
Where am I aiming at? Where's my reticle?
Press R2. Yeah, press R2.
R2.
While you have it up.
Or just no scope.
That's not doing it?
Or L2? L2 maybe?
There we go.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, poison and... what do you call it? Poison and bleed kind of changed places from 1 to 2, where bleed was really good in 1, but poison was worthless. And in this one, bleed's kind of worthless, poison is very good. Poison does a lot of damage very quickly.
Yeah.
I got something called a flame butterfly.
Oh, that's
It's
it makes you be able to light your torch anywhere.
Okay.
You have flint.
Yes.
Gotcha.
The most advanced flint in the world.
Don't go out of this room yet.
Or go out of this room if you feel like it.
Just go nuts on it. Fuck it up.
There you go.
No! No, not again!
Use your L2 strong attack. Or that. That works too.
That was my R2.
Nice. Got him. So, there are kind of a few walls and things you can beat down rather than...
I think this is actually literally the only one.
I think there is one more.
I can't think of another one.
Royal Soul.
Okay, there is in one area, there's a couple of these, but it's like... It's visibly obvious that you can do it.
Okay. Increases equip load.
Yeah, this is your Havel's Ring.
Okay.
But I feel like this is the only wall that's like... Otherwise...
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's the only one you can smash.
Yeah. Otherwise, they all
others-
have to be the tap walls.
Yeah. You haven't found any of those yet, have you?
Any what?
Any walls that you open with the button press?
No, I haven't.
Okay. There is one in this area,
Oh, wow!
Be careful.
but it's a large area, so...
Let's fight in the light here. Also, these roving packs of
wanna.
dogs.
It's a good look, all the thin, wiry silhouettes against the torches.
They don't want to fight in the light is the thing.
God damn it. Well, wait, if I'm on fire... Do it. Do the jump. Or is it R1, not... God damn it.
It's heavy attack? if you're trying to do the jump attack.
Yeah. Fine. Why did I power stance? I don't know why I hit triangle. I was playing Monster Hunter for a second there. That's why I keep hearing dogs that way.
There you go.
Damn it! Keep moving forward.
If you do use 2 gems, it does heal you more quickly.
Okay. Good to know.
They stack on top of each other.
To save you a little bit of grief, hang right when you're up on the bridge here.
I can fall down on it.
No.
No, there's a
keep
thing
going
for
to
you
the
to
left.
kick. If you go straight forward
going.
from here, there's a
Wait.
thing you can kick.
Look to the left.
I'm
All
not
right,
looking there
whatever,
yet.
It's fine.
Let him fight the thing.
There we go. To my left. Or... Yes, to my left, where there are encounters.
Exactly, that was what I was talking about. Wow.
Crush.
He did not have a good day.
Okay. Nah.
So, behind you, right to the left, you see the big bridge up
Don't-
thing there?
Oh, you just
Do not
almost
use
walked
relative
off.
directions. Also, you're still on the pier.
I know, I panicked. There you go. Shortcut.
Alright. Very good.
I don't believe this shortcut was in base 2.
It was not.
Yeah, that was
It was
added.
definitely not.
Get settled for the other worst shortcut. The dog is completely bypassed both sides of.
But it's a very bad shortcut. So.
God damn it. Every time I, like, try to ascertain my position. You just get shot. Alright, looks like I've made it onto near the boat. Maybe onto the boat.
So
Oh, time.
there was also an enemy that popped up on this boat on New Game Plus and up. It was the only time in which you could fight a specific NPC who had an entire armor set that would not otherwise drop. It was not guaranteed to get this armor
Really?
set. Yeah.
Huh.
Hi, you came out of nowhere.
Oh, he was hanging off a ledge.
If I have a shortcut back, would it be a good time to get to hit the bonfire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You got that 6,900 souls.
If you wanted to go to the left from here as well, past onto this pier as you keep going, there is a character that you can talk to and then recruit to Medulla.
Oh, okay. Somewhere in that dark area
If
that I
you
didn't light up
have- Yeah. If you
Okay.
have like 11 intelligence, which you probably don't, you started as a wanderer.
yet. I don't think
swordsman.
Diego's not very
Yeah.
smart. You're gonna have to explain it to him.
I was stepped
For what
away
it's
for a
worth-
sec. How
Yeah.
far did we make?
For whatever
got the
reason,
bridge.
For whatever
We've
reason,
made progress.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the intelligence, the like sorcery vendors in all of the games require you to have a minimum amount of intelligence to actually like get them to do shit.
Right.
Otherwise, they don't do anything. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
if you're not an
overall, I
intelligence
need a
build, what do you
snob.
give a fuck about the sorcery vendor?
Because they sell things that are actually useful for non-sorcery characters.
Wrong.
They all talk down to you if you're not smart enough.
They
Fucking
do.
dumb.
They do. That is actually
gotta-
kind of great.
Like, I think they did that in 1, too, didn't they? Or was
I don't
Logan?
remember.
I know, my vitality.
Logan might have.
Griggs will talk down to you, Logan might not. Or he's more polite about being like, oh, you wouldn't get this.
But he'll invite you to the nudist party later.
Yes. Everyone's invited.
Where the party is Logan and the pinata is you.
Yeah, we're making some progress here. I'll get some more gems. Maybe another level.
That's worth remarking on too, I think. You can never have too many life gems. If you're not sure what to do with your money, just max it out. Just buy as many as you can.
Oh, I think I overdid it on life gems. No, I didn't. Endurance again. Endurance or vitality? Vitality just increases my equip load and my health.
Yeah, vigor is probably the stat you would, if you wanted to up something for, you know, to survive some more hits.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really need to go for it right now, but for what it's worth, the thing you need to pay attention to when you're upping adaptability, rather than the actual raw adaptability number, you were looking at the agility over there on the right. The breakpoints that matter are 95, 100, and 105. All of the breakpoints are kind of unnecessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Endurance. You never regret having more.
That's true.
Vitality, you want no more than 9. There's no reason to go more than 9.
I disagree heavily, but that's
Vitality?
just because I like heavy armor.
Well, in this game, I barely touch it.
Yeah, there's no really good reason. I just like heavy armor, so I
like
usually
getting
get a lot
plus 50 flat. I personally love getting plus 50 flat attack rating to my weapons.
Nah, less important to me. I know it's better. It's less important to me.
Well, I'm a sorcerer, and you're all below me, so.
How viable? Well, actually, no. I know that sorcery is viable. How long until I get access to pyromancy?
You're
very soon.
You could get the basic pyromancy vendor now if you were going down one of the other paths.
That too, yeah.
Theoretically, you could smack someone with a torch and call it pyromancy.
Yeah,
that's true. But to make it easier after this boss, beat this boss and you can have pyromancy.
For much less damage taken, also I'm impacting my stamina regen significantly, and I don't want to ever have my stamina regen impacted if I can help it. If I were to have heavy armor on. I will never lower my stamina regen. Dodging is too important.
But it looks so cool.
I can still use a decent amount of it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Why is everyone coming in for a huge party right now?
Because that's how the boat goes.
Well,
I've never had this happen before.
I guess
you don't know where to find sailors.
I don't. Huh.
Oh boy. God damn it.
They could just sense you invading the sanctity of their boat. And just came down on you hard. Though granted, even I usually clean up a bit before I go onto the boat. That's just mainly because I tend to do the whole thing in one go.
So it's normal for people to run onto the boat after you get there?
I've never realized that the ninja dudes go there as well, though. Because they're usually dead when I go up on the boat. That's kind of cool.
Come on.
I was thinking at one point about farming the ninja dudes to get their armor and stuff, just for fun. But they were kind of annoying to get to, but if they jump down anyway.
Yeah, that's also true. If you can just run up there and fight them there, that might be a decent way to do it. There's a better place to get it.
Oh,
is the
okay.
thing. Yeah.
Whoa. Stamina, please. There we go.
When you try to attack when you have very, very, very low stamina, the attack actually comes out slower, by the way. If you've ever wondered why sometimes your swings just come out slower, that's why.
I had no idea.
Okay.
Are there any weapons in 2 that give the player a grab?
No, the Dark Hand isn't in this game.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Or is it? It might not be. It might be, but I think it's just a shield if it is.
Ah, first
I feel
mate
like
is
the Dark
here.
Hand's not in this game, yeah.
I didn't mean to roll that second time.
Voice Dog, have you considered using a shield in your offhand? Have you ever considered using a parrying shield in your offhand and learning how to parry in Dark Souls 2?
No.
I'm just saying, it's really worth it.
Let's see.
There's
Maybe.
so many enemies you can parry in this game.
Have you considered that someday you will find an even larger mace?
Yes. I know someday I will.
Those good thoughts.
True. We've seen them.
I will argue against the parry.
Oh, I still power stance. I just also have a parrying shield with me if I ever want to have one out. And then I
Twin
swap
great
them.
club.
I had a shield for me with me for a little while, but every time I tried to use it, I ended up hurting myself.
It's harder to parry in this game than in Dark Souls 1, but
Yeah.
still useful against certain enemies.
Hell, I've seen people dual wield Grand Lances in videos, and they end up looking like Terry Crews from Idiocracy.
Good luck.
The Fluxal Sentry.
Yay! 2 friends for the price of 1.
You're not power stance.
Clive Barker's version of the push me pull you.
You
This
can
is the
choose
boss
your
fight.
poison. Mace or sword.
This is the boss fight I was talking about with the, what do you call them? The suspicious shadows on the game plus show up in this.
Yes. They are a pain.
Oh!
This boss fight also has a gimmick that you may or may not notice.
It's really hard to notice. It's
It
very
is.
rare that you... Yeah.
I think this was the dev team's
Oh, you got me.
active, like, no, we know you're trying to do the butt snuggle death stabs, and no. Just
We know.
Your greatest
They
adversary
kinda-
yet. It has no ass.
No. It kind of still works. Just gotta know at one point to, stop circling.
It is a very cool character design.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
My it still kind of falls under the dudes in armor mandate, but it is a very cool dudes in armor.
Just wish it was more interesting otherwise. Just attack pattern wise.
As an owner, as an armor haver, dudes in armor is my favorite.
I likes the aesthetics. I mean, aesthetically, probably my favorite boss in this game is probably the worst one as far as gameplay goes. But it looks really cool.
It could be anything.
There's a lot of bosses that are described that way.
I mean, I could say the word song, and that won't spoil it.
Yeah, I got you.
Ah.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Looks really cool.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, that one's kind of underwhelming, yeah.
Ah, that third attack. I keep getting caught by it.
Enemies will never attack you. Aside from a couple of like special exceptions because they're like big single flurry attacks. Enemies will never attack you more than 4 times in this game.
You know, I just noticed that when the mace guy does his big double lunge, he actually pulls the other one off.
Yeah, the other guy gets... Yeah,
whoa, hey! Too much!
They keep pushing each other and pulling each other. It's neat.
There's gonna be a third hit.
I
literally told you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, a third hit. Yeah, I should prepare for that.
Then you did.
And then by the time that thought parsed, it was over.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sneaky.
Whoa! You know what? How about you just die?
Ooh.
Yeah!
I always
So
get
you
nervous.
were right about to hit the gimmick showing up. Look at your position of the water right now. When you got into this room, it was down at your ankles. Now it's near your waist.
The room very slowly floods.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I have never noticed that.
That was cool.
It stops at the point where the water will actually slow your movement down, but it takes so long to happen.
In fact, it's happening right here now, right?
Yeah.
You slow it down at this point, I think.
Yeah.
But that fight usually goes by faster than that'll ever.
Wait, that's the other way.
Yeah, you're going backwards. This isn't a scholar only thing. This was in the base game as well.
Yep.
They actually might have reduced the timer on it, though. They might have made this more aggressive in Scholar.
Flex
I hope so.
has a grab attack that is apparently uncommon enough that Doc did not know it existed.
Yes, the
So
one
I
where
told
he,
him that Flex has a grab attack. Open this
Yeah,
box first.
the grab, I think, picks you up, and then like the one with the swords in the back stabs you over and over again from the back.
Yes.
There you go.
One of them hoists you up, and the other gives you the blender.
Yeah.
There's your glove.
That is the power of teamwork.
I should note that Pyromancy does not work like it does in Dark Souls 1 in this game.
It does care about your stats in this one.
Oh, it does, but it cares about your stats less than the other kinds of magic. So the majority of your damage actually does still come from upgrading the Pyromancy hand. The Pyromancy plan.
But you don't upgrade it in the same way.
And
Off
yeah,
to adventure.
That box was actually behind you when you walked up to this to the, what do you call it? That
Yeah, in vanilla.
that Antikythera mechanism something astrolabe. I forget what it's actually called. That thing you did to
astrolabe,
make
yeah.
that go. Yeah. That was behind you from the steps up, so it was very easy to miss that Pyromancy flame.
It was a jerk placement. Because the astrolabe really pulls you towards it.
Hey, guys.
They had a rough night. Okay.
I agree, they did.
Really tied one on.
They're not done with the oil, though, apparently.
No.
Just
What do you think
having
they
a
were
normal
drinking?
one at the smuggling dock.
We don't have anything else to drink. Alright, I hope we're going to a bonfire.
Drink the oil.
If you want another scimitar, you can drop off here and pick it up, but it's not really necessary. It's just another scimitar. There's like a little cave above this that has that as a pickup on it.
Yeah, it's kind of really bad treasure for something that's so hard to find.
Be careful.
Yeah. I hear somebody.
Spooky.
It could be the DoorDash guy. I did order taquitos.
I don't...
Is he just standing outside moaning? Why would you do that?
I think they're discouraged from by home office for asking for a tip, so they kind of have to hint at it.
Oh, I see.
What is up here? Oh, here we
This.
go. Found it. There we go.
Oh, hey,
Here's the
look
other
where
entrance
we made it
to the
back.
Bastille.
Yeah, I kind of figured we were back here.
This is how you get when you don't have bird courier service.
Various noises. Skeleton.
Ooh.
Don't give up, skeleton.
An owl.
Yeah, hang in there.
Well, just a common fruit.
Delicious fruit.
So common, though.
Ah, here we go.
Aha.
All right.
Progress!
Progress.
And I'm not gonna lie, No Man's Wharf, it is a tough area.
Yeah,
It is large.
Hey, what did I have? Like 60 deaths there? It felt like it.
A lot. Yeah.
The wharf went pretty normal.
Seek less of this land.
Quiet, Tulip.
Vigor, endurance.
Okay. You're about to level these up based off your choices. Okay.
Okay. You do not have Estus Flash Shard. Okay.
I would like Estus flashcard.
It's been a while since I found a shard.
Yeah, I haven't found any in a while.
I think the only one you got was the one in the well.
Don't I have a branch?
Yep.
I do have
Yes.
a branch.
We got one branch in the Bastille.
Let's see. There's several places I can use that.
There are
Or call
currently
those-
right this second 4 different ways you could go to use that.
Yeah. The first one I can think of is in Things Betwixt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's the one by the nice man with the blue sword, the Scottish fella.
Yeah.
There's one under Heights Tower of Flame.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's one more that
one
you
in
don't
your
know
heart.
about that I'm not going to talk about.
Okay.
Or wait, did you depetrify the man at the Bastille while I wasn't away?
I think I did.
Oh, the
Yeah.
He
Wait.
did, yeah.
We did.
Oh.
He's on the door to the clown barracks.
Yes. The like 9 royal guards that all come out at once.
Everybody who's wondering, the reason why Dark Souls 2 is so level-based is because they had to cut and stitch together a whole bunch of disparate stuff that didn't have stuff together to make a coherent game. Remember that thing I talked about,
Yeah.
how it had like 3 directors? Yeah,
Yep.
that's why it's more like that.
That explains the odd level design.
And they, something that sort of I didn't consider at the time, but that makes sense now, is that they rewrote a lot of the lore when they released Scholar. Just a lot of item descriptions and things like that.
Oh,
It's just to make the choices they made with the stitching make more sense. And they had better ideas.
Every single time you
chosen
unleash someone who
wisely.
actually is an NPC, they have this awful, awful cough, which makes sense.
yeah.
I mean, if your lungs and trachea had been stoned for however many amounts of time.
I would assume that they're full of bone dust. Oh, not bone dust,
Yeah.
but yeah, full
Miscellaneous
of rock
dust.
dust. Yeah.
Speak.
Oh, it's like kidney stones, but for your lungs.
Yeah.
I've had a cough like that more than once. It was awful.
No. I'm fine.
Go back to the... Okay.
My name is Rosabeth.
See, I smoked for a decade and I
Thank
never
you
had
so
that kind of
much.
cough.
For
I was
rescuing
born
me.
with undeveloped lungs to start with, and I developed asthma very early on.
Oh. You're that
I've got
troubled.
bad lungs that don't work.
I still haven't thanked you.
My breathing is probably
I'm
roughly
glad to have
along
a
the same ability as someone
So
who
perhaps
had one
You
removed,
could consider this my thanks.
Oh, jeepers.
which is roughly 70% of standard human lung
I
capacity
was
and
attacked
breathing
and turned to
ability.
stone. I think. I owe you my
If you need a
life.
new set of lungs, I know a
If
guy.
you had not come,
Oh, do you?
I feel shameful wearing these rags.
Okay.
I hate to burden you further, as you've already saved my life, but just look at me.
Wait.
My clothes are in tatters.
Now we play Fashion Souls for
Now you
real.
play
Any
Fashion
clothing that you could
Souls.
spare? I'll take
Here's the
anything.
pyromancy vendor, and
Whatever you
also
don't
you
need.
can just donate
I'm not
armor
particular
to
when it
her and
comes
she
to
will
the
wear
pound.
it.
Anything at all will do. Just
'Kay.
put it on the ground, and I'll change into it later.
She doesn't mean drop it. There's an interface for this, yeah.
Okay.
You have
Yeah,
equipment.
same as trading with the crows.
Well,
Fire
no,
seed.
training with the crows, you do just drop it on the ground.
Yeah, so there's an upgrade material for enhancing the hand. There's your 3 elemental resistance rings.
Fire seed.
And here's some spells.
Okay.
Hooray!
I don't know how into these I'll get, but...
Everyone's favorite flash sweat.
Be safe.
The most important pyromancy spell.
Are you going to
Everyone's
move away
favorite,
from this
the
area?
Iron Body.
Because...
You have to give her
you have to
something
reload
first.
it. Or give her something.
Yeah.
Just put it here.
Yeah, you do have to give her something. So
Oh,
she'll
okay.
change it.
Okay.
Yeah, just give her a hat.
Yeah, I never really
Thank
did
you
anything
so
more than
much.
I gave her one
After I
thing
changed
and
it.
then I never bothered with it
But
again.
perhaps Majula is my best chance.
If
I
nothing
usually
else,
give her a full
Falcon-
armor set just because I have so much crap and I don't like using the item box because
Often give her the generic outfit that you have before you choose your class.
Oh, I never noticed this. Hi.
Don't
it's a
mind
man.
him. He's just having his Blair Witch time.
And he has huge balls.
Not anymore, he doesn't.
It's a
No,
distended
it's still
stomach, but it is
huge.
also extremely testicles.
Is there... I can't think of a word.
Thank you, Rolfizz.
The equivalent.
Can't
think of the equivalent to, like, yonic and phallic for this sort of situation.
MDCT blade 1, MDCT blade 1, MDCT tip 2.
Bollock.
They're gonna... I just expect them to pour out of the
Or
opening.
Nah. Why would they do that?
I want to actually see if I can spawn her at Majula, because I don't want to actually kill her by accident.
This is reasonable. Resetting the area should probably do that. I don't think you got to do anything more than give her clothes, yeah?
I just gotta poke the bonfire.
He stands up by the monument there to check. Like left
like the
of the
opposite
path
of
leading
that.
up to it.
Oh, yeah.
But not right now.
But not right now? Alright, well.
She will stand where you stopped and turn around, basically.
If you warp anywhere else and warp back, that would do it.
Wait, this is a different area. I'm going the wrong way.
That's the way to Giants.
No, you just, you know... You did talk to her, but you just need to rest at the bonfire, I think. I'm a little bit confused right now, I have to admit.
Oh, I think we're fine. It'll all work out.
Yeah. I'm just...
Yeah, which means she's gonna have to either defend herself or not do anything because she's disappeared, as I wanted her to.
She
All right.
vanished. She's gone. She's in the ether.
Let's make a mistake.
Yay!
Oh my
Four
god!
This is...
Oh, they do have huge balls. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Alright,
and one of
that's
you guys are here. I don't have time to heal.
It's a little bit
Yeah, I
easier
would-
if you take out the two guys behind the doors on the bottom first, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that another shot.
I would also prioritize the life gems when you're under pressure like that. They take less time to activate, and you can dodge while they do their thing.
Yeah, that was pretty hopeless the second I tried to do that, but I
You
get...
can also keep walking while using a life gem.
Yes.
A little bit.
You can also pop multiple at a time, and it increases the rate at which they heal you.
Right. I think somebody
Well,
said two of them.
That's easier to do with Estus, rather than with life gems. Estus, you can just keep on like chugging, as opposed to with life gems, you need to actually do the entire animation twice.
Sure, yeah, but the upside there being you can still kind of move a little while
You can
you're
still do
doing
that with
it.
Estus too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
I
can
didn't
move
think
with
you could walk
Estus
like-
as well.
Oh, I didn't think you could walk while you were doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take out these two guys first.
In fact, I'm actually pretty sure the Estus animation is almost exactly the same length as well. Estus is, in general, the more effective. I'm in the middle of a fight option. Life gems are slower in general.
I think you can walk longer during the animation than you can with the Estus, though.
Well, yeah, because the
I
animation.
think you're a little bit faster.
Plus, Estus ends up healing you faster overall. I would recommend it over life gems in fights.
A multiplicity of viewpoints and a multiplicity of big, ugly fucking monsters.
Oh boy.
These dudes are one of the few enemies in the game that are more weak to piercing than any other type of damage. Remember right?
You might be better served by
Nailed it.
switching back to your swords.
Oh, he was dead already. Oh shit.
You could have occasionally mix in just a normal swing just to not use up all your stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Just to stun the first guy.
Raw stone.
Oh yeah,
That's alright.
you can make some raw weapons.
Another room just like that, where I can probably pull the lever, and bad things will happen to me.
No, actually, you've passed the point of bad things. It's all good things from here on out for the rest of the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just a nice walk in the woods.
This is
now.
where it becomes
Shaded
Yeah,
woods.
this is where it becomes Light Souls.
Very exciting times.
Break them.
It's just all crotch goblins from here.
Yes.
It's all the way down.
I was wondering when all the giant testicle monsters were going to show up.
Finally.
But Daddy, what are the crotch goblins standing on?
Fortunately, the crotch goblins are not very powerful.
No, they're not that bad.
They don't even have a grab attack, which is I kind of expected.
No, there just tends to be an issue when 80% of the room is filled by anything.
Is that just a rock?
Yeah. I mean, look at them. Their clubs are basically just like fish bones stitched together, or people bones.
Yeah, they seem to be the Blighttown goblins, but their balls got an infection. That seems to be.
And
what
then
they are,
gigantism.
Yeah.
They're well, I mean, goiters are a terrible thing if they get out of control.
Yeah.
They're just Gollum's even more antisocial cousin Desmond.
They're very social.
They seem to eat together. That's social behavior.
Oh, sure, they got a tribal aspect, but they're very xenophobic. They don't like outsiders.
Ah.
That's fair. Unless you offer to be food.
Yeah, they like them. They like the taste of outsider.
Ah, of course. I use an item right
Good.
as I get there. All right. I think that'll do it for stream today. Thank you for
Yay.
hanging out. Thank you, Dectalon, Raucus, Raving Loon, NDCT, also known as Doc. Thank you for hanging out, guys.
Thank you.
Let me see who's streaming right now. I'll be doing more of this in the afternoon, probably maybe tomorrow, maybe in a day soon. I like to stream during the afternoon, so if you like these, drop me a follow, and we'll be getting back to it pretty soon. Thank you, Turkey Snacks.